All right, boys, we're back.
Welcome back, dude.
I survived. I went into the lion's den, dude. I fucking came out the other side like perfectly fine.
Dude, you know, sometimes they say, dude, you gotta fucking get into the dark to experience the light, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta fucking...
Fortune favors the bold, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I don't know what if anything, I'm just like, I gained a respect for Floridians. Like, I don't know. There was a couple things. It was like, I haven't told anyone about one of these like things we bore witness to, but I'll get into it. Don't let me forget.
Tell some people. I'll bring it
the
back.
The fucking dude. Italian restaurant story. Don't let me forget. Okay. It was interesting. It was pretty funny. But all right. Let's see. Is it still working? Good.
Looks like it, dude.
It's working. We had the old setup, the old camera setup because I mean, there's so much prawn on the other camera. We like lost our like capture card because it wasn't working for like last week's episode. There was so much shit going wrong with that.
Took us hours.
Yeah, it took us. We did. Yeah, and that's why it was so. I mean, we didn't even fucking.
It was botched. Let's put it that way. It was botched.
Yeah, I mean, we know what happened. You know. We know the voodoo that was done.
But Kadar appreciated it, and that's all I needed, dude.
I know, he keeps us going, dude. I would have stopped doing this shit so long ago if he didn't like PM us.
Those words of affirmation, dude. Sometimes you need to hear it, man.
It's pretty funny.
Come on, man. Well, let's hear a little bit about this trip, dude.
It was I don't know if you guys ever heard me talk about this book. This is like the old Ninja Gaiden, like Scholastic Incorporated, like. I mean, this is like a treehouse, like what are those weird?
Yeah. Is it the Magic Tree House?
Whatever. It took me like 2 hours to read this shit, and like I was like so impressive for like 1 second. The guy sitting next to me on the plane, he's like, "Jesus Christ, this kid's like."
Did you read the whole book?
It was so funny. There's only like 6 words each page. I was like, no, I mean,
no, it's a decent amount of words, bro.
I mean, look, it comes with the trading card inside, dude.
That's like, pretty hard.
I mean, what are we doing? Look at game hint. You gotta turn it upside down. To beat Jakuya, use the art of the fire wheel and shoot him once. Run to the left, shoot him again, then run to the right and repeat again and again.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, that doesn't work. I was reading these and I was like, yeah, this isn't best practice.
The yellowing on the edges of the paper too. That's so fucking sick.
Old, bro.
I love books like that though. Look at that, dude.
Look at other Worlds of Power books you will enjoy. Blaster Master.
Fuck yeah.
Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Metal Gear, Wizards and Warriors. I mean, this is like the. I mean, what are we? July 1990.
God. That's so sick.
This book is dedicated to the ninja and everyone's dad. Yeah, well, spoilers. His dad doesn't die in the book, even though in the game he dies like twice. I was like, what?
I never met my real dad, dude. Huh? I never met my real dad.
Well. He was a ninja.
Is he a ninja? Well, he fucking disappeared on my ass, dog, real quick, bro.
I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you picked up on that. Like, that was a good. Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, like these were like 3-page chapters and shit. Like it's only like 10 pages long, and it was like chapter 22 by the end of it. I was like, oh, 27.
Hey, dude.
I was like, I just read a 27 chapter book. I was like yelling it on the plane. People were like, "Can you shut the fuck up?" I was like, "Did anyone else read a book on this plane? I didn't think so. You're on fucking Twitter, like." Writing a like a 4-hour long tweet just about like some bullshit.
Watch fucking like 18 TikTok dances and shit. You're
dude,
like,
TikTok,
Jesus Christ, dude.
Oscar like is on that shit like all the time.
Yeah, no, that's.
And I know
females,
people. I know people though that are like obsessed with this shit. They like all they do is like spend a couple hours a day. Huh?
It's drugs.
I've seen it and I'm like, what is the appeal to this shit?
I have.
It's so stupid.
I've been known, maybe before Megan, I'd be on Instagram and sometimes I'd go to that search. Sometimes I'd get lost in the search, dude. You hit search, you're looking for stupid, funny memes. 2 hours pass and you're like, whoa, like that was fucking unreal. So fucking good. But once I realized how fast time flies when you're doing that kind of shit, it made me realize how much of a waste of time it was.
Yeah.
Because I'd have One Piece to catch up on, or comic books to read, or some, want to get better at Street Fighter 4, play Alpha 2. I could have done so many other things, and it's like, dude, that's such a waste of time. So I never fucked with TikTok. I never really checked it out.
It's hard for me to get into it, dude.
I see a lot of it in the Instagram search. You'll see the dances. I just get infuriated by the dances. They make me angry. I don't know what it is about them that does it, but to think that somebody really set a camera up.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It'll be a song and they're just like dancing. That's all the video is, and you're like, what the fuck is that? I
haven't seen that yet.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I always just see stupid shit where like, I don't know what I even see on there, but it's not for me, dude.
I have a friend that has a TikTok.
I actually don't have it, but Oscar will like be like, hey, check this out. It just shows me something. And
what is her lane? Because there's different lanes of TikTok.
I can't even tell you. Like,
do you remember one she's showing you?
No, I don't know. Like someone trying to pick up a girl like by her like pussy or something. You know the one where they're like
fish hooker?
Like yeah, like it's weird. Like no, it's something like that. And then I was like, I could do that. And then I did it, but we didn't record it. I was just like, you go behind them and you just like,
oh yeah.
You like put your like forearm in their like crotch and you just like pick them up and like walk away. And I was like, you're so light. I could do that. Like both arms, like either one. Like I'm not.
It's just people trying to create the next one that everyone like copies so they get known, right? Like the OK Boomer one, or remember that girl? It was like, hey Boomer or OK Boomer, and everyone started doing it. And it's just like, it's a trend thing that people all follow. The dances are a big one. And it's fucking hilarious because I guess a lot of like hip hop dancers like create these dances, like urban people. And then these like white kids steal it and like make a TikTok and like become famous off of their dance and shit. Like it's kind of robbery. It's like fucked up. So it's been a weird place and I just don't get it. I watch a lot of Your Mom's House, and Tom's wife does TikTok curations, so they'll do like a segment where she picks hers. Her lane is the mentally ill. She finds the most like mentally ill people on TikTok making videos. Like one girl's like got like fake army gear on and a squirt gun, and she's like, the plane crashed, I'm trying to find my sister. Like it's like super weird shit. You're like, oh, how did she find this? So her whole feed is just like mentally challenged people like doing stuff on TikTok, dude.
Jesus Christ.
It's really weird. I think it's kind of a place for people to like showcase a little bit of themselves. I don't know, like what you're into, you know. A lot of people do comic skits that aren't.
I swear it's like just like China's like last ditch effort to try and like overthrow the like American Empire. I mean, like I'm convinced that's what it is. It's like if we can
these people
get enough Americans on this stupid shit and we can just like listen to what they say and think and like hack their phones and like just have like, you know, Trojan fucking spyware, like, oh, give us access to your, like, I'm pretty sure they have like shadow accounts on like every single person who's downloaded the account, and they're just like building a web of like what places would be like
easier to like
infiltrate. It's like propaganda and like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just my guess, but
I mean, that makes more sense than what it's used for now. So
because it's just like, what the I mean, I don't know. Maybe who knows, dude. We're so lucky that we were born in a time.
Oh, definitely.
Like, we were born in that last little window where like we grew up in just this like the internet wasn't really real.
Not yet.
Like it was, but like it wasn't. Like no one used it like in that way.
I remember my
computers
dad
were like
getting a PC.
Almost useless.
It was only an email thing.
Yeah, it was
I remember he was like, "No, I can check my email," and I was like, "Why though? Like what?"
Yeah, that was a weird time, but like you know what I mean. Like I mean, I think even if we were born like even like my older brother, like he almost had like he was in like a golden. He's like a Gen X or whatever, and like you know. You grew up with even I think every hard as fucking talk I'm like retarded, but every day it seems like every day that you grew up without the smartphone, like coming down to like the days, like you are almost you're better off a little bit. Like you have this weird built-in just advantage over like anyone else. Like,
socially, I think you're farther ahead because you know how to like look someone in the fucking eyes. You can shake somebody's fucking hand.
Or
I can
whatever.
talk to a random stranger.
Like
there's kids 22, 23 now that just don't even know how to act.
Yeah.
Because they're so in their
like, I'm sure there's like a calculator. Like, there's a fucking algorithm that you could... Not algorithm, but like a formula.
Yeah.
That you could be like, how many days? Like, from when the smartphone came out. Like, in... I don't even know what year it was. Probably like... The modern... What we think of today as a smartphone was probably like... The iPhone 2 or something.
Okay.
Like, the first iPhone wasn't a real smartphone. I don't even think... Really, iPhone 2 is doing... I think iPhone 3... Like,
Might have
that
been the
3G... That was like the first... Everyone has this phone. And if you don't have this phone, like, you're a dipshit. And the Samsung... Like, yeah, I had an Envy. Samsung, yeah. I had like an Envy. And you had like an LG.
I had the fucking... I had an LG. And I had that Sidekick for Sidekick.
Yeah, so like those weren't smartphones.
No.
Like, you could... There was one that had a TV antenna, and like it was like pretending to be something cool, but like you could just watch Nickelodeon and like MTV on it. Remember Cody had that weird, that weird antennas, and like we'd sit at Wings and Things and just like watch like what was it, Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah,
and it was just SpongeBob, and the channels were garbage and the fucking
trash, dude.
And then like you try to go on the internet, and like it didn't really work.
It kind of did. I remember going
like,
on it, and like
though, like it wasn't what we would consider a smartphone. Like,
not at all. Not at all. It was super primitive,
and that was like 2007 and 2000. So like,
yep.
I'd imagine that like in 2000, maybe 8 or 9. So like, however many days you lived before that iPhone 3G or 3 came out, like count the days. Like you have like. Every day counts as like a certain amount of like I mean, maybe, who knows, maybe that like tide will change, but like as far as I'm concerned, I see younger people today and I'm like I don't know how you can possibly survive. Like I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what you're going to do.
They're so plugged in, it's insane.
Like they have no patience. Like they don't have any like who knows, maybe something will change, but like hopefully some solar flare will like wipe out like all electronics, and we can have like one good generation of people that just grew up in the most fucked up time to be alive, and they just came out hard as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen, dude. Like honestly, I'll be completely honest with you. Like, have you ever seen WALL-E?
I have not.
Oh, well, there's this.
I heard it's fucked up kind of.
They talk about the future, or they kind of show what the future is, and it's just these people that are so fat they can't even walk. And like everyone's just so fat and lazy, like they don't even know what the fuck. Like when I thought I was like on a spaceship, like when I went to Orlando, or like, and I was I mean, like I'm not throughout the whole trip, it was just these examples of these fucking just. I don't know how much weight you have to... I mean, like, I'm pretty big and I'm fucking obese as shit, but these people, they were like 350, 400 pounders, and they were just... We were in security to get on the plane, and these people would just wheelchair them in. It wasn't even their own family, because their family were wheelchaired in, too. It was like people that work at the airlines, and they open up the little... Like, you know those little... sectionals, the little stretchy bands, like kind of make little. They just open it up and cut the line with these fat people, and they wouldn't have to take their shoes off, because if they took them off, like they wouldn't be able to get put back on because their feet are already so swollen.
They foot bound them in.
I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, why are these people getting to cut the line? Like,
fat lives matter, dog. Like,
this is fat privilege, dude. I was like, what the fuck? And then so I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then we get on the plane and they like get to board first and shit. I'm like, okay, like before first class.
We're going back to fucking.
They're like, oh,
the king and queen ages, dude. Where fat was like royalty.
No, I was like, okay, like, all right, I respect it. You know, whatever. You know, I guess. And then we get to the parks. We get to the parks, and I'm sitting in. We got the Fast Pass and the fucking Genie Plus, whatever the fuck they changed the name to like.
Genie Plus.
Yeah, whatever. The first one, like, the first original name was like too racist or some shit. So they did Genie Plus. I was like, okay, whatever. And then we're sitting there, and we paid extra for this shit. And then this fat fucking, and I'm not like a fat phobic person. Like, I'm a fat piece of shit. But this, I mean, walrus gets wheeled up in front of the whole line, and they don't even fit on half the rides. Like, they don't even work in half the rides. And then like all the like shitty rides where it's like just a bench seat and they like put the bar down and like it doesn't go upside down. Like they could ride and they just cut the whole line. And I'm like, why the fuck do they get to cut? Why do they get to cut?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking... It's like having... Like, it's just bullshit.
Because their blood sugar's just, like, either, like, dropping.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want this person to die here. Like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're like, dude, like, every second this person's at the park.
Sitting in a line, like...
And then I was like, you know what? And then I was like, for a while, I felt bad for these people. I was like, these poor bastards. And then I'm walking, and I have to, like, get out of the way of some fucking just... I don't want to be too rude, but I mean, double fisting churros with like the largest, like 2 large drinks and popcorn, and they're just like, like throwing popcorn around. I was like, dude, you're just like, fuck, man, like, dude, get out of the fucking way, you fucking piece of shit. Like, get the fuck out of my way.
Isn't it crazy that they even go?
Yeah, I mean, like,
wouldn't you want to be at home? Wouldn't you want to be like Gilbert Grape's mom, like? Just burn the house down. Don't even take me out of this house when I die because I don't want the world to see how fucking big I feel.
Like, I hate to say it, but, like, honestly, the whole vacation just made me, like, more anti-fat than I've ever. Like, I've never felt so much fucking hatred for anything.
It takes a fucking theme park to do that, though.
I was like, can these fucking people just get the fuck out of my way? And then, like, I'm a fat piece of shit, right? Honestly, like, I am. But at least I'm, like... a contributing member to society.
Yeah.
And I'm still able to climb the fuck... Okay, real talk. I got...
This motherfucker climbed a fence, dude. When we went fucking disc golfing, dog, if you can't climb a fence, you're not allowed in the park anymore. That should be like a fucking thing. It's like, climb this little fence.
Well, like, I'll pull back the curtain here a little bit and fucking, like, just... I'll flex for a second. So we went to Universal Studios one day, and in New York or whatever, like in that section of the park, like there was this building, and it was like you climb up the side of a building, but it's like a rock climbing type thing. But you know, in rock climbing, how they have those like actual like grabbable things. Like this wasn't like that. There was like easy, medium, and hard, and like the easy, like the bricks would stick out like that far.
Okay.
The medium, they'd stick out like that far. And the hard,
it's like cliff.
It was like
the it was like finger shit.
It was like something like this, like
dude,
a hard. And then shit, and then every brick was spaced out like there was like a million things to grab on one side, and then like a little less, and then like sparse. It's like and me and Oscar, I was like, "You want to race?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "There's 2." I was like, "Which one's the hardest ones, dude?" And the guy looked at me and he's like, right. And I was like, you don't fucking know me, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, I ain't no fucking wheelchair, dude. I was like,
that's real, though.
I'm not in a fucking wheelchair,
real, dude.
And he's just like, there's 2 hard ones. I was like, let's race up the hard ones. And, you know, I honestly thought I was going to beat Asuka, but full transparency, like, she kind of fucking, she fucking bodied me. But I made it and rang the bell at the top. And it was like, I don't know, 45, 50
That's
feet.
beast, bro.
It was like climbing a fucking to the top of a roof of a building.
I've done the one at the Del Mar Fair, and I don't think it was the hard one. That shit was fucking hard, bro.
So I've done one at like one of Oscar's college events. Like when she was going to Cal State San Marcos, there was like a random rock wall thing, and I did it easy. So I thought...
You have good upper body strength, though, brother.
Thought that I was going to be able to do it easy, and that hard one, because the grips were so small, I was like, fuck. And like if I would have worn shittier shoes, I probably wouldn't have been able to make it.
Damn,
because
God. Oh yeah.
I mean, these ledges we're grabbing were this big. So like the sole of my shoe was barely in my stomach, and then I had a mask on the whole time, which is a whole other story. Dude, my face was starting to like get fucked up from wearing a mask all day. I was like, I don't know how people do this shit. Like I work outside, like I don't have to wear a mask, but if I had to work all day fucking with the mask on, like my face would be like rotting out or something. It was an ugly experience, but so I can't really see. I had a mask over my nose the whole time.
Yeah, dude.
So my belly, I'm such a fat piece of shit that looking down on the pegs where my feet were was actually kind of hard. And then I'm holding myself up, and dude, by the time at the end, I almost fell a couple times.
Yeah, dude.
And at one point, I missed a foot placement, and I kind of like, it was rough. It was rough, bro. And my like,
oh, you're fucking.
There was like a Where this muscle connects to my like elbow area, dude, it was burnt. It was blown out. Dude, I was so tired after that, but I made it to the top, and he's like, "You can just jump down," and I was like, "Okay," but I just had to like catch my breath and shit. I slapped that belt so fucking hard. I make sure, and I look back, and there's all these fucking fat people just looking up, like there's still hope in the world.
That's so
like,
real.
This fucking 265-pound guy climbed the fucking side of that mountain on the hard. And I just imagine like walking away and like some other fat kid trying to do it and being like Happy Gilmore when the kid gets the Betty cage and just gets fucked up. But like, he's like, oh, but like
that's the best part, dude. I was watching a podcast this week and they were talking about that. Bert Kreischer is a big dude.
He's athletic as fuck.
But he is athletic as fuck. So you
as fuck.
can't judge a person on how big they are, of how athletic they can be. Because they can fucking surprise you, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There was a fighter on the UFC the last night. This fat guy. This guy was a badass. His last name was Barnett. He was a big... He wasn't big, actually. Well, no, he weighed 265. He looked like me. He was like 5'9", 265. But he had like a Taekwondo background, dude. And he did a spinning wheel kick knockout of some guy.
Incredible.
It was epic as fuck. And then he did
Incredible.
He did a front flip after the knockout. I'm just eating candy. He did a front flip after the knockout, but he couldn't flip all around. He landed on his ass and then did like the double puce thing.
That's
and then
so
was just
cool.
like, ah! And
So
I was
cool.
like, dude, this guy's just shattering. This guy doesn't get on a wheelchair when he goes to fucking.
No.
He does not get on a wheelchair, bro.
Like, that's the thing about it. It's like,
Just don't give up on life.
don't give up on being
Christ.
a fucking... The thing is, the human race is so like...
This is so good.
And thank you.
What?
I told Megan last night, no, I fucking...
It's
Whoever
something
hasn't
about
had
it.
a Hershey's bar in a second, I had a fucking Hershey bar last night, and I was like, it's the best chocolate. Like,
It's
I was
really
just like,
good.
it's the best chocolate, dude.
It's a good blend of like, kind of like, just like generic fucking milk chocolate,
Definitely.
but it's got a good ratio
It's
of like
fucked
richness
up, man.
and like sweet. It's not too bitter, and it's very.
I know, dude. I know. It's definitely, bro.
You got a wheelchair around here, dude? Like, all you do is-
I got a
no.
fucking
So I didn't get
rascal
any.
out here, dog.
I didn't get any Halloween candy.
Bullshit, dog.
I didn't get any.
And you went to Universal and Disney,
Yeah,
dog.
there was one moment when we were leaving, and we went to a Bass Pro Shop, and I'll talk shit, dude. The fucking Bass Pro Shop up north, like
sick.
an hour and a half, is 10 times better than the one in Florida.
Fuck yeah.
I was like, dude, these guys need to step their fucking game. This is just pathetic. And I was just like, and then I saw this random bowl of trick or treat candy, and I was like, oh my god, like I haven't had any candy this whole time. And I looked, and there was just a Twizzlers, and I snagged it, and I was so happy, dude. I was
So
like,
good, though.
I like the little shitty Twizzlers.
Me too.
They're
Me too.
They suck, but I like
They're
them.
fucking, they're shittily good.
Yeah,
like,
they're,
you know
they're
what I
shitty.
mean?
They're
Like,
shitty, but
that's
they're
so-
good. They're good.
You know what, too, though? Red Vines, bro.
I like red vines.
I love Red Vines.
They're better.
I always forget how much I love it until I have it again, and then I'm like, dude, these are the fucking best.
They're better than Twizzlers, but
I think so.
like as a trick or treat candy, like
Twizzler's like
I like
a nostalgic one.
and
for
there is
sure.
no red vine like
a little snack
Something like
pack
that.
one. It's like, they should do that for real. I think so. I love a fucking Red Vines, dude.
yeah. I just think that it's not really their market.
No.
They're more like let's get into the movie.
It's like an adult thing, right? A red vines is like I know adults that eat red vines, but they don't eat any other candy. You know what I mean? It's like that weird thing where it's like, was it your dad who threw it up on the dash to let it cook? Who did that?
Wow.
Someone got these red vines. I think it was on the 9 Club. It was a skateboarder. Fuck, I forget the dude's name, but he told me that hack and I tried it. He just rips it open and throws it on the dash while he's road tripping just to let it kind of cook.
When they're warmer, they're better.
He's like it's almost jerky like it like shatters when you bite into it. Like it like takes on a whole different texture. He's like, it's fucking good.
It's like when people freeze shit,
I have some
like
frozen
freeze
candy,
candies, because they like the when it's
crisp
frozen,
bite
when it's
kinda.
crunchier.
I'll tell you what, a Kit Kat frozen, life changing, dude.
People like yeah. Like
Fucking so
people
good.
like Reese's frozen. I've never tried
God. Are you serious?
No,
Unreal.
people like
Unreal.
like York patties. Those kind of suck, man. These almond joys are. I'm not
good.
gonna sit here and be like, oh, almond joys are like really badass, but
They're
pretty fucking good.
They're better than a fucking York pepperoni.
They're better than a York patty.
I'll tell you that shit right now.
Yeah, I think York patties are kind of like a woman thing. I hate to be like that, but like I've never seen a guy like
eat one. Like it's like a girl has it in her purse, right? To like fucking clean her mouth of the fucking like dick taste and shit. Like I'm trolling. I'm sorry.
There was a dude. Where's that woman at, dude? Any woman sucking dick.
She just sucks you off, puts a York in her mouth, and then kisses you. You're like,
yeah, hey. Hey, get back here.
Yeah. So bad. Oh, man.
Yeah, so, I can still fucking climb a fence and a wall, so thankfully, I'm not so washed.
No,
but
dude.
One day, who knows? I'll be looking back on this and being like,
the moment
I'll be on a wheelchair in a fucking in a goddamn airport, being like, I remember when, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
There's that day, dude. It's just like what the meme of there was a day as a kid where you played outside with your friends for the last time. There will be a day where you sit down for the last time and you just stay sitting, dude.
And I'm beat up, dude. Like if
your work life, dog.
I'm beat to shit for the most part. Like but it keeps me like.
No, that's what I was gonna say. As well as it beating you up, it's keeping you fucking spring, dude. Like
a little bit.
I'm telling you, dude. I watched this guy hop that fucking fence, and I freaked to the.
I just fucking flipped over like it was
he straight muscled it.
Yeah,
you muscled it, bro. There was no climbing. It was just all muscle.
Well, did you see that video of that fucking guy in China or whatever, where he was like trying to do some like parkour stunts and like hang off this like skyscraper thing?
No.
And he was like doing pull-ups on it, and then he tried to pull himself up and he couldn't do it, and he sits there for a second and then just falls down.
Yeah. Dog, my hands are sweating right now. That is fucked.
I mean, it's
dude, that is one of my worst fears ever.
Yeah.
To be in a situation where you kind of fall off of something and you're like holding on, you're like, I can't get back up. Wouldn't that be that's a cliffhanger, dog, where he just like cuts the rope and like, you know what I mean?
He sits there for a minute, and all he had to do was just not do one of the last chin up.
Oh god damn it, dude.
Yeah, no,
that's fucking.
And he's kind of kicking for a minute, and then he just hangs, and he just kind of pushes back and lets go, and then
holy shit, dude.
That's it's a long way down, dude.
Oh my god, yeah. I'll keep it real. I'm like a parkour, like half wall and shit, dude, doing like little fucking like jumpies over it and shit. But
yeah,
I'll see some of that fucking skyscraper shit, and it makes me sweat. Like it is just like. Man, the confidence that guy must have had, dude, like that's fucking unreal.
Yeah, well,
didn't you know what I mean?
Didn't end well.
No.
I hope it didn't hurt anyone on the, because
oh, dude, yeah.
You're coming in
and you fall on something. Oh god, dude.
And it's like a skyscraper. It's not.
It was fucking.
You would have like evaporated.
This isn't as brutal, but it was funny as fuck. But I was watching Your Mom's House this week, and there was a clip they had of a girl that was sleeping with a guy, and his girlfriend had just come home, and I think that the guy lived like 4 stories up, and this girl, instead of taking a beating by this guy's girlfriend, jumped out the fucking window 3 or 4 stories up and landed on a car and literally just crushed the fucking roof. It looked like she broke both of her legs, dude. Like it was fucked up.
Wait, the girl who was sleeping with the guy jumped out the window
because the girlfriend got home. That was her like. And they were laughing because they were like, you wouldn't take like 4 punches to the face to walk out the front door. Like you would jump 4 stories. Like it was incredible, dude. Because she kind of just peeled herself off of it and shit, and you could tell her legs were kind of fucked though. Like they were mangled for sure. But I was like, oh my god, dude. Like people are fucking nuts, dog.
I ain't jumping on no window.
Hell no. I would be like, hey, dude, sorry, apparently your boyfriend doesn't fucking like. I would make some shit up, dude. Be like, oh, he told me you single and shit.
That was one little bullshit thing I saw, like a weird
triangle.
I don't know if it was a TikTok or something, but it was on YouTube Shorts.
Okay.
Which I think are a lot of like Instagram.
I think they do it on that,
take
and then
from
you know
TikTok,
what I mean? Yeah.
It was like this surprise birthday party with all the girls from this guy's phone, and she's like, "Oh, look who's here! Fucking Rent-A-Center's here!" And it's like, but all the chicks were hot, and the guy just looked like, I was like, dude,
like a scrub.
These girls that are just getting like, I don't even have sympathy for them. It's like, you're stupid enough to, like, be with some guy who's clearly running. If he's running around with that many girls, like, you guys are, like, not only, like, blind, but you're just stupid.
Well, yeah.
There's no way.
There's no
way. There's no excuse.
No.
If someone's not, like, 100% president, or, like, how could they possibly be running around with all... Like, it was, like, 12 girls. It was probably fake.
Probably.
But the girls were hot. I mean, good for him. But, like, I mean, they're dummies. They're stupid.
Yeah, this,
it's like, oh, you got to go somewhere? Okay, like, all right. No, fuck that shit. Be like, where are you going to go, bitch?
Yeah, I just watched this story before you came over. It was like, I think it happened like a year ago, but it was either on TikTok or YouTube, but this girl was like making fun of a girl in her chat that had cancer.
Yeah.
Did you see that at all?
No, but that's funny.
And
I don't know, just because
she's like, take off your wig, you fucking loser. Like, she was grilling this girl, dude. And her dad lost his job because of it. It blew up that bad that her father lost his job. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I don't know why I'm laughing at this shit. Like, I shouldn't be laughing, but for whatever reason, like...
That's the delusion that TikTok and all these fucking things create, though. Because everyone's so hungry to create that next fucking thing, right? It's like, yeah, let's all make fun of people with cancer now. It's like, no. Like, you're fucking... That's fucked up, dude. Like, yeah, you're going down a hole you don't want to go down, dude. Like, your fucking poor dad, dude. That's fucked up, man.
Well, I don't...
He didn't do shit. You know what I mean?
The whole
I guess
canceling thing shit, like, just pisses me off.
It's a weird...
I think it's stupid, but, you know...
It needs to end, dude. We all need to stand
up. Why does the dad get canceled for the daughter doing something stupid?
Because it's his parenting, maybe. They're like, fucking... You know what I mean? Is that your work that you show? Is that you fucking create this human being that's, like, that fucking stupid? Who knows? It's fucking... I don't think... It kind of is the parents' fault a little bit, right? Like, you almost have to say, it's like, I just don't.
I know. Fuck that. I have I believe more in, like, personal responsibility. Like, your parent could be a complete and utter piece of shit, an alcoholic or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
And you don't have to drink.
True.
You don't have to become
that's
an
true.
alcoholic.
That is very true.
You know, it's just that's bullshit.
I think a lot of people are like, I'm not trying to say that a lot of people are, you're just a coward if you do that, but it's just the easiest way out, right? Oh, my dad's a piece of shit. He drinks. My whole life's been fucked. I'm just gonna drink too. Well, you know, like
there's two totally different ways that shit can go, man. You can either be like, oh, I don't want to
be like them.
Yeah, or you can use that excuse and be like,
well, why not?
You know, but yeah, it's hard to. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, being in a situation like that is not easy because life is, like we said it before, man. That shit will smack you the fuck around, dude, and it's too easy to reach for a fucking bottle or whatever.
Yeah,
and
I mean, that's true.
I don't know. I the older I get, the far less kind of judgmental I become in situations like that, because it's like
that's a good thing though, dude.
Yeah, because when I was younger, like I talked about this before too. It's like, well, it's straight edge, and it's very cultish.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing either. I don't know what I'm saying about it, but there's a certain amount of rigidity that you have to because you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and then it's too hard to live in that temptation of like, so you have to be kind of like a zealot,
yeah,
like a fanatic religious person who just is like, oh no, like this, yeah, it's weird, but the more slack you give, the harder it would be to be able to
maintain.
Yeah, so like you know. You know, you couldn't be a good Christian and like work at a strip club or something. You know what I mean? Like it'd be too hard to
even though that's like
or whatever. You know, like
that's like a sign of the best Christian.
You always just look at the ground or something. Yeah, you've never seen a titty the whole time you work there. It's like, come on, what do we got? You know, I don't know. I'm talking on my ass kind of, but like, you know, it's weird. It's weird. You know, you get kind of.
Well, what if you worked as like?
It was weird, man. Honestly, I treated people shittier because I was just like, you know, you have to be able to. And it's not like I didn't have like 50 billion chances to just become a fucking. Honestly, the deck was stacked. Like someone was cheating. Like it was a miracle, and the only way that it could have been like where I went through that whole time of my life and like didn't get involved in anything that would have really fucked my. Because like I had this weird idea in my head where it's like, dude, like I'm gonna be a statistic if I don't like completely. You know, there's some powerful shit if you think a certain way, you can pull some fucking shit out your ass. Sure. Like anger, like that emotion's powerful, man. And if you're angry enough, like you can fucking climb to the top of a mountain with like both your legs cut off and like fucking, you know what I mean? Like there's some shit will keep you alive whenever you should have died. The shit, but you know, hatred is a different thing. It's a different animal, and you don't want to go down that road because you know,
that'll consume you.
Yeah, it's almost like they're similar. Like anger and hatred are similar, but one can like give you fucking unbelievable power, and the other one can like it just will surely destroy you. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can't really live in that hate realm for too long.
Hating
but
anyone.
Anger. I mean, anger can fucking it's unbelievably powerful emotion. It's like love, you know what I mean?
Well, I always say emotions are powerful, and even with anger, I think anger has a little bit to do with sadness too, because I think when you're sad, sometimes you're almost a little angry at something too, and I'm telling you, through sadness, bro, I did so much shit. Yeah. Through like hitting rock bottom, like I really changed my like whole life around. Like I lost all that weight. I fucking started doing more positive things. Like, you know what I mean? Like once you see how not bad it gets, but how bad it could get, you know, you're like, man, fuck this shit. Like I'm not gonna fucking just sit here and fucking, because you can see that path. There's a path you can go down, and it's like I'm either gonna fucking sit here and fucking quit, or I'm gonna fucking get up and go. Yeah.
And it's really important to like, I know today it's like absolutely opposite of what's like popular, but like if you can never put yourself in the like victimized category, exactly. Like that's just it's a common mistake. I feel like it's almost like nowadays like people are just doing these like dramatic flops, you know, like in basketball whenever like it looks like you get fouled and then you like you just jump backwards and like in soccer, like when they like act like someone barely like nicks their like shoe to their like elbow, right? And they go it's like it's like it's like these flops, and you're just like, what? Like there's these like weird tendency of like this younger generation to like flop, do something like that with the smallest amount of like victimization. Like they'll stretch this shit out there. I mean, you know, and it's like whoever's the most victimized, it's like a credit. It's like like it's like
what's your
it's like, oh, look at all like credits I have. It's like, oh my god, it's
an 880, dude. That motherfucker can do anything.
You bought shoes that only came with one shoelace instead of an extra pair. Like your whole childhood is like that. That's insane. Like
how'd you survive, dude? No, it's fucking
you know
real,
what I'm talking about? Where kids that came with two shoelaces.
Yeah, dude. Shout outs to having a belt, dude. Sometimes I'd buy a pair of shoes and I'd get a belt with it.
I'd be like so pissed if I was gonna buy a brand new pair of shoes and it didn't come with an extra a different color of shoelace. I wouldn't buy them. I'd be like,
what happens if I fucking catch it on a fucking stick and rip it? Where's my other shoelace?
Because if you were skating around town, bro, like you know that
kickflip and fucking fray that first lace.
First lace will pop up.
Oh hell yeah, dude! And then the cool kids would take the double laces. They'd have like a black and a white through their shoe, and you'd be like, yo, what the fuck, dude? I don't know why lacing shoes was always a
I
problem.
don't know what made me think of that for some reason. Like all the
That's
things.
a good one.
I was trying to think of something stupid, and that was like the stupidest thing.
one.
But like, you know, it's like so trivial. It's like, what the fuck are you even talking about? It's like, oh, this happened and that happened, and oh, poor me and all this shit. Like, expecting everyone to like look at you and be like, oh, and they do, and it's like,
yeah,
you guys are fucking pathetic, dude. Just climb the fucking wall,
yeah,
or don't,
yeah, ring the bell,
or don't, dude. Ring the bell or don't. It doesn't matter. Like, ring it or don't, dude.
Nah, dude. They all just need to go experience Skullbreaker Ranch once or twice, dude. You know,
Yeah,
it's
just
like
get drowned in a mud pit, dude, by some other person. That's why I like that shit. It was like always head on. Like
fucking
those first couple of things are just like, who's gonna drown first?
Yeah,
like putting their head under
drown them. Yeah, no, that shit was fucking real, man. And some of those fucking things are like the hill one where they have to like carry the sandbags up the hill, and each sandbag gets progressively harder or heavier. It's like they're fucking wearing themselves out too.
Oh my god, that whole thing is so impressive.
It's fucking cool, dude.
Those guys are athletes for sure.
It's funny because it's like that's the type of person I want to be, dude. I don't want to be someone in a fucking wheelchair at fucking Disneyland, dude. Like, I want to be ringing that fucking bell.
I kept
dog.
flopping back and forth, dude. I was like, do I want to cut this line, dude? I was like, maybe I should just let go.
Did you guys have any rascals? Or like,
Oscar will still love me, dude. She'll still love me because I'll make her laugh or something.
Yeah.
But it would just be like, how funny of farts I could do.
Yeah, it'd just be her bathing you and you just like fart and like
I'm like, that's still funny. I can't even talk. I'm like, I turn into fucking Jabba the Hutt, dude.
Yeah.
No, man. The shit was so crazy. Honestly, the trip, dude, the first night we got there, we checked into this fucking resort. It was actually pretty sick. And like, the person like inadvertently like they like were hey, this is where we are, this is where your parking spot is. So like you gotta drive around the block like this, and then this is back. So and then they inadvertently drew a penis on the paper, and I was like, come on, man. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, and they're like, what? I'm like, you don't think I fucking know what this is? And he's just like, what? And I was like, come on. And then they're like, what are you talking about? I was like, and he looked and he's like, oh my god, I just drew a dick, and I was like,
what was I gonna say about it?
And I was like, can you sign it? And then they signed their name and they tried to do some weird little thing and they drew like another dick, and I was like, what are you doing? I was like, are you just playing, dude? Like, is this what you do? Is this like your like shtick? You just draw dicks like on everything? He's like, oh my god, I did it again. And I was like, god damn it. It was so funny. We were having such a good time, man.
That's good, dude.
And then we went out to this restaurant. We went to this like Italian restaurant, and fuck,
just the best time ever, or what, dude?
Never before in my life I was tripping balls, dude. These people sitting next to us were just like,
oh wow.
And Anne Marie, like, the only reason we're not beneficiaries of all her money is because she's still breathing. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, $950, dude. Like, we need to figure out. Like, I was like, $950. They kept saying that. I was like, I swear they were talking about like that's how much it would cost for them to like hire someone to like pillow her in the face. Like, and he's like, it doesn't matter what he's like, would we sell her properties off? Like, yeah, sure, you'd come up on a couple million, but like, and these were like, I don't know what the fuck was going on.
That's insane.
I was like, me and Oscar were just like eating our fucking steaks, like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, sure, you could sell the money, but you could just rent it out too. He's like, and who cares the money? Who's the fuck? It could go to little Jimmy or little Timmy or fucking little Tommy. I was like, what are these names? And they were just smacking their lips and making all this noise with their fucking forks and knives, and everyone's just sitting around, and I was like, is this a real conversation?
Is this a mob meeting? Or
yeah, I was like, what am I listening to? He's like, $950, dude. $950, and I was just like
creating a hit over a bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah. And it was like a full table. It was like 20 people there.
That's insane.
And he's like, the only reason we're not her beneficiaries is because she's still alive. He's like, and I was just like, and he's like, and we all know what she's done to the family. I was like, what the fuck is going on, dude? It was the funniest shit. Me and Oscar were laughing the whole time, and then we were just like, the only reason. I just kept making that joke like the whole time. It was like the funniest shit, dude.
Dude, isn't that funny though? It's like just money could just, you always you see these fucking things where people kill their own family members and shit. It's like money does that, dude. It really changes people, man. It's like, fuck, bro.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't even
insane, dude.
Yeah, and they're like, we all remember what she did. We remember. People don't forget.
Remember that Christmas she didn't get you that red bike?
Dude, it was so weird.
Get you that
but like
red
anytime like some fat person cut us in the line, I'd be like, $950, dude. Like I was like, stop. I'm like,
Be that easy.
I know a guy down in the 818 fucking Date, Florida fucking county, boys. I was like, what is happening? It was so funny.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
How was the food though?
That food was good. You know the saying, don't get pho in Arizona, dude?
Yeah.
Don't get sushi in fucking...
Oh.
Don't get sushi in Orlando, bro.
Oh. Was it fucking
It was...
rancid or what?
It was
dude?
like dog food. I was like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, we laughed about it though. Oh, well, to be fair, Oscar was like, I just want to get shit here that like is like you wouldn't find anywhere else. And there were these just... Yeah.
Like what? Like gators?
There was like asparagus. Instead of like celery, they don't even know what celery is. There was asparagus inside of it and like... I don't know, dude. These rolls, there was like a Orlando roll or like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, and I ordered safe shit, but even my shit sucked. The fucking spicy mayonnaise,
terrible.
It was fucking trash. It was just bad. But there was a lot of hot Hispanic chicks outside. Oh no, there was like we went to this weird little sushi place, and then like next door it was like popping. There was like a fucking band, like a
mariachi or
no. Everyone there, they weren't Mexican. They were like Puerto Rican or some shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like, and there was just these mamacitas, dude.
Oh.
These yeah. I mean, people were dressed pretty funny, dude. I don't know how many areolas I saw because people would have these like fucking
like tank tops or some shit. Or
no, they'd have these like really caught up things and like it would barely go above their nips, and every once in a while like the tuck, you know, like that little. The moon top, like
the moon top with the braille all over.
Yeah, so like there's just like a little areola sticking out on the. Me and Oscar were just like 950.
Yeah,
dude. Like, fucking, come on, let's.
That's fucking real, dude.
Just be brave.
You know,
isn't it hot here? No, the weather was nice, man. The weather was nice. I will say it was kind of stupid because honestly, like Walt Disney World and fucking it's the same shit. It's the.
It wasn't anything different at all.
It was literally the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah, we did get to ride the Velocicoaster.
Okay.
Which I think was new. Like, it was pretty fun. It was cool. We had a good time. Don't get me wrong, we had a good time. But, maybe we should have just gone to like an alligator park and like.
That would have been cool, right?
Crazy. Yeah. Because like honestly, it was.
Was there any alligators at the park in Disneyland?
We kept trying to see one, man. We did go axe throwing, which
that's cool.
Apparently, we're like super good at because we had to like we had to go to the airport on the last day, and like it was just a lazy day, and we had like 3 hours, so we just like went to this. It was funny. I was like, let's just drive around until we find a mall, and like maybe there'll be like some cool shit there. And then I was like, look up an axe throwing place, and it was like 2 miles down the road. We went. And it was like a weird mall with like all this random shit in it.
That's so bad.
There was a lot of places like that, like these amusement like malls they're not like a normal mall.
Okay.
But it's like kind of hot, so I think they do like a lot of indoor like.
Just to cool the people off.
It was like there was like it was weird. There was 2 of them that we saw. Like we were staying right next to one. It was called like Andrade World or some shit, and like Andrade. I guess he's like a fucking indie racer, so they have this like weird like go-kart track. It's like
fuck yeah.
And then inside they had like an arcade and like all this shit.
That's sick.
And like it's almost like a round one with like a go-kart instead of like there was bowling and all kinds. It was weird. Yeah. Man. So like and then when we're looking for the axe throwing place, like it was in one of those places where it was like an indoor go-kart and they were fast go-karts. It wasn't the like
it's like K1 Speedway style.
Yeah, it wasn't
boomers.
It wasn't boomers shit. Yeah. Like these motherfuckers were like drifting and hauling ass.
That's sick as fuck.
And I was like, okay, this is cool. And then inside they had like a weird like hour pay by the hour like pinball like world. They had like fucking it was like
that's insane.
Rows of pinball machines, and I was like, "That's kind of was $10 for an hour." I was like, "That's kind of cool."
That's
axe throwing, glow in the dark mini putt, and what what else was there? It was kind of cool shit. I was like, what do you want to do? You want to putt? And she's like, well, we already said that. So I was like, all right, well, we did it, dude. We were so fucking good at that shit. It was so stupid.
That's always fun, though, dude.
Well, I used to fuck around with the axe. And then the weird thing was, like, it was the same type of... Because it was like, whenever we lived at Rancho Viejo, I don't know if you remember.
I don't know.
I don't know if you ever came to my... Vincent used to go there all the time back
I don't
then.
think I did. Yeah.
But, like, behind the barn, we had this big tree that was, like, cut and then laying down. So it was just like a
big stump.
Yeah. And, like, there was, like, a random plumb hatchet, which is used for, like, carpet shit. But, like, no one fucking used it. So I just, like, throw it in the backyard. And, like, I was all right at it. So, like, I have some experience with axe throwing, but I've never gone to one of these, like, axe throwing places. And he just kind of showed me the technique again. Like, well, I don't know. My technique probably wasn't that good before, but at least I kind of had a
general idea.
And, dude, it was so easy. I was like, this is stupid.
Did you ever go to Evan's with us? Evan's dad's house and throw axes?
No.
Because he had the same thing. He had just a little fucking stump on this piece of wood that they nailed up. And
Evan's dad used to make axes.
Bro.
He used to make them.
It was so fucking sick. He had double heads. He had single heads. And we were just... The single heads were cool because you almost had to, like, loop it once always to fucking get it to stick.
Yeah.
Evan was so good at it, bro.
Yeah,
it was fucking sick, dude.
Evan's dad was like a fucking...
Badass,
he
dude.
was pretty much a badass.
Some of the knives he made were fucking badass.
He made a lot of knives. He actually... I'd always remember seeing... where I buy ammo and guns a lot is from Precision Arms at Escondido. And, like, he knew Evan's dad. And, like, he'd have his, like... He had, like, a name. It was, like... Something steel.
Okay,
he made, like, axes, hatchets, knives, and he'd have them in there. They were like $200. These were like expensive, like $250, $200. I was like, these are handmade fucking carbon steel.
So sick, dude.
Shit, I was like, you know, I went to high school and like know the kid of that guy. And he's like, well, that's cool. I was like, yeah, like, but no, dude, it was funny though. We were just hitting fucking bulls. Oscar was pretty good too. And then they're like,
oh yeah.
They're like, he's like, yeah, that one up in the corner is like these two blue dots that are kind of small. And he's like, if you hit those, like, they're like kill shots. They give you the most points. And like, we give a little like certificate to people who can hit them. I was like, oh, the blue thing up there? He's like, yeah, I just went one shot and I hit it. The guy was like, what the fuck? I was just like, give me that ticket, bitch.
Up,
and he's like, fuck, okay, I'll write one down. And Oscar tried to hit it the whole time. There was like 5 minutes left because he did it for like 30 minutes.
Okay.
And for 25 minutes, she was trying to hit it. And then she got it too. And I was like, that's my girl.
There you go, dude.
And we were like, it was pretty cool, man. We had a good time.
That's cool, dude.
We had a good time. It was pretty, we walked a lot. We walked a lot, dude.
That's good to do, too.
Because we were like, we went around every park. The worst was that first day we kind of fucked up. And like, the way we were doing this Genie Plus thing, you have to like book a thing in advance. And like, we were kind of going based off of like what we kind of wanted to get done and what had the smallest line. So like the way the Fast Pass worked, that it was like you got to use it once at Universal, but once you used it once, you didn't get to do it again. So we paid for like a one-time use of every ride. So we would just get in and we just go around, and whatever ride seemed cool, we just use our Fast Pass. And then the other one, we had to like, oh, we're here, and then on the completely other side, like in 45 minutes, we could use our Genie Plus thing. So then we'd walk across and then get in, and then we would like look to see what's right next to us, and then it wouldn't be like, it would be like fucking 3 hours or something, and there'd be something in another like the shortest amount of time with the coolest ride was like an hour, but it was back on the other side of the park. So we just ended up walking like, and we blew our fucking wads. Yeah, I was like, man, my feet fucking are killing me that first day. And then the fireworks show, it happened to be the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, which was kind of cool, but it kind of was a bluff because like normally it would have been like a Halloween themed.
Okay.
It would have been a Halloween themed night celebration, but instead, because it was the 50th anniversary, they were doing their 50th anniversary celebration. So we got to see some pretty cool shit, but it wasn't Halloween themed.
No, that's kind of lame.
It was. Oscar was like, I can't fucking believe this, but
you know what though?
Because we were at the 60th anniversary thing for Disney World, but at Disneyland, and it was pretty much like the same thing. So like. So, just by chance, like she didn't realize it was gonna be like, she thought it was gonna be because like it's supposed to get taken over by Jack from fucking Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be like a different night firework thing, and like it was supposed to be like
all sick,
Jack hosted and shit, but instead because it was the 50th, that overrode the fact that it was all it was the funniest shit. I was like, what are the odds? And like it was so funny because like we were in this line for merch, and I was like, we should have bought shit like halfway through the day because like at the end everyone was trying to buy shit, and the thing started at 8, like the fireworks and shit, and I was like, we're gonna cut it close, and like we got outside with like 5 minutes to spare, and we get in the middle of the main street, and we got a good view, and as soon as it starts, everyone picks up their phones, and don't get me wrong, like it's annoying. But the only thing more annoying than someone watching it like on their phone is some fucking Karen screaming, "Put your phone down! Put down your phone! Put down your phone!" I'm like, dude, watching it with a million phone screens like in front of the view is bad. But the only thing worse is watching it with a million phone screens and also someone screaming in my fucking ear to put the phones down. It's like, just don't add to the shittiness of it. You're not making it any better. That guy doesn't even speak English.
He doesn't even know what the fuck you're saying right now, dude.
Like, who gives a fuck? No one's gonna listen to you.
Yeah,
you're just being annoying on top of the people.
Blue hair, dude.
She might as well have.
Everyone's gonna listen to me, dude.
She might as well have. She's
That's
like,
fucking insane, dude.
There's not enough women representation on this fucking thing. I'm like, shut the fuck. No, I'm just talking shit.
Where's the girl Jack's going to? No, I'm just going
Oogie Boogie should have been a girl too. Like, I don't know. I'm just talking on my ass. But, you know.
I know what you're talking about. That would really ruin the whole fucking. Because, I'm going to be honest. The first Padre game I went to as a kid, I think they were playing the Dodgers. It ruined it because there was somebody just screaming the entire time.
Yeah, shit's annoying, dude.
Yeah, it is. I remember being a kid and just being like, let's go. Like, I can't even, like, hear anything because this fucking loser's just screaming the whole time.
Yeah, so, honestly, like, it really, I mean, at this point, you have to realize that that's what people are going to do.
Yeah. Let people do what they're going to do. They're not
going to listen to you. No. If anything, they're going to, like, pull a second phone out and start recording just to, like, piss you off. Like,
yeah. No, that's true.
It's that guy at Evo that, like, when Audric's like, sit down, the guy just, like, folded his arms and just stood up the whole time. It was like, dude, you gotta be careful because people get shitty on you.
Yeah.
And then what are you gonna do? Go fucking fight him? It's not a good idea.
No, not at all, dude. Yeah, it's, you know.
But she was just screaming, and I was like, ugh. Yeah, I didn't let it bother me too much, but I was just telling Oscar, I was all like, at this point, like, this bitch is more annoying than the cell phones, dude.
Mm-hmm.
She was loud.
She won't realize
she was right next to me. And I was like, why me? I was like, why? If I was in a wheelchair, I would have been like, I would have been
like over her fucking foot. You're like, oh.
No, I don't know. They would have like put me right in the front of the castle. They're like, here you go, fatty. I'm like, oh.
Mickey Mouse would have like lifted you up, like, oh. He's like, yeah.
Oh man, no, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of walking. It was good times.
Definitely, dude.
I like Oscar, like, exposed yourself, dude. Someone had like a what was it? They had like a purple parrot shirt on or some shit, and I was like, yo, purple parrots, dude. And Oscar was like, what's that? And I was like,
Legends of the Hidden Temple, dude.
I was like,
you just turned into Olmec. You're like, oh, eating the fucking children's bodies and shit. I was just like, Temple Guard just came out and like fucking like slit her throat.
$950, dude. I was like, nah. She's like, stop. I was like.
We've been watching every episode of the new one, dude.
Really?
It's fucking... It's nostalgic.
I have a conspiracy theory about it, dude.
What is it, dude?
I swear it's like... This is like... It's been brought back to like... Cause the like... Culture war to like overflow and like fucking come... Like, it's gonna be the catalyst of like the next Civil War, dude. Like...
They're just pinning
people are gonna start being like... The green parrots and like the purple iguanas and like you know, like, why do they gotta be that color or whatever?
These are the blue jaguars now, dude.
And it's like, gonna like people are gonna like identify as like the red iguanas and like people. It's gonna like start. It's gonna like the blue monkeys.
I'm Legends fluid. Sometimes the jaguars, sometimes.
And it's gonna like actually turn like Gen X Gen Y or Generation Y like against the like woke shit. And it's gonna like start the next Civil War. Like, I guarantee, like, I've seen the future, dude. I'm just like,
oh my god, dude.
Michael Douglas's dad is gonna die.
God, I can't even believe I'm gonna say this right now, but I was like, I made a joke at work to this guy. I was like, man, I'm surprised like it's not more woke. like what's the story today, Olmec? Like, today you're gonna get on the bus as Rosa Parks. You're gonna start at the back and work your way to the front to win this pendant of life. Like, I was like freaking out. I was like, so bad, dude.
I haven't seen an episode of that. You know,
it's always some Mayan shit. It's always like a Mayan like volcano, fucking.
The
you know,
Olmecs are a crazy part of like the history of South America, and like people don't know. Man, they looked African.
Yeah,
it's interesting. Who knows, man? Honestly, I don't know if you've ever heard of Graham Hancock. Have you ever heard of Graham Hancock?
I don't think so.
It's this guy who like writes these. He gets a lot of shit because he takes some. You know, he
had some hot takes on shit or what?
Well, he makes a lot of assumptions about what the history. He goes against the grain of like contemporary Egyptian history or South American history, and he's written some pretty interesting books.
Okay.
Like about his last one was about like South America and how maybe it's like actually like the first like talk about the Omacs and like why do they look so like they don't look like typical South Americans, and they were like maybe because there's a lot of evidence that now more so than ever that like maybe people came from across the world sooner than what we think they did.
Oh wow.
So like maybe people from Africa sailed to South America before, and like the Omacs were possibly like had pretty, and they had the technologies. If you look at their fucking like just not even there's not a lot of shit on Omacs, right? Like there's not a lot, so it's kind of, but like other civilizations around that time, like the Mayans and the Aztecs and shit, like dude, the cities were insane.
Yeah,
you know,
they really were.
And if you look at like he talks a lot about like that first Spanish battalion that like just sailed through the rivers and just never got off the boat, but they just like took stock of what was going on. Like he wrote down in his journal like, dude, like these fucking cities are insane. Like there's thousands of people, agriculture, all this shit, and then they went back to Spain and then came back again, and like it just wasn't what he was describing. But like really probably, and they thought he was lying about it or like was tripped out, but probably what happened was they brought diseases and like wiped out a lot and then because they were built in the jungle just took it over, and like they just didn't get to see really, because they didn't come back like the next year. They came back like fucking
years later, like
10 years later or something, because it took so long to get the fucking shit together to go back. It's not like you just fucking fly across the country.
You watch any of those homesteading shows too? Some of those people that leave their fucking property, it's amazing how fast the forest takes it back.
Yeah, and it's not like, but the technology that they had, like their calendar shit was insane. A lot of their, I mean, they were really sophisticated.
Definitely.
And, I mean, they were killing people for like weird shit, like cutting their hearts out, like sacrificing to like the fucking. I mean, they had some really shitty ideas, but like the fact that they were like somehow like they didn't really know what was going on with time or fucking they were very, very, very educated on like the moon, the cycles, and like that's why that Mayan calendar is like such a fucking anomaly. It's like, dude, how the fuck did they know when the fucking eclipses of the moon and sun were gonna happen at what time, like to the fucking dot? It's insane.
It's crazy, actually.
But it's really interesting. Like he's done a lot of Joe Rogan Experience episodes, and I always like listening to whenever he goes on there because he's always just a fucking crazy ass, just a crazy motherfucker.
Shit that people
he's
never
crazy
heard of and shit. That's
and
cool,
people
though.
Shit on him a lot, but honestly, like he's been right about a couple things, and it's kind of cool.
I like that.
I want to think that we weren't like he kind of blew up that like Clovis first like argument where like people are like, oh yeah, like these people came across the Bering Straits. Like those are the first people. They came from Asia, and he's just like, this shit's like not real. He's like, it's just not. Like there were people that came across like that, but it's not really. This doesn't really like hold up to like the core samples that they're pulling out today. Kind of shows that like that was a group of people that came after like a mass extinction, but it's not really
okay.
Like those people weren't the first people here, and like I think time will show that his theories are more accurate than what a lot of the historians have been thinking. That's the thing about like since like science is about like they're really guessing on a lot of that, like
for sure
12,000 years ago, like what kind of humans were walking around. Like you find these places, like they talk a lot about that place. What the fuck? It's kind of hard for me to remember all this stuff, but like there's a site in Turkey that they found that is old as fucking balls, bro. Like very old, dated back like before the Ice Age.
That's nuts, dude.
And I mean, old as fucking can be. And like people thought that like it was very hunter gatherer back, but in that time period. But like the shit that they've only like uncovered like 15-20% of this place because they buried it with sand because they knew, I think they knew that there was going to be like a meteor shower or something because they were pretty smart about what, you know, they paid more attention to like
what was going on.
They had a better idea of what the fuck was going on. I mean, they did have a good idea. So
that's
people
crazy.
think that maybe they buried that place. I forgot what the fuck it's called. If it rings a bell, I'll fucking spurt it out. But and I've listened to a lot of fucking hours of bullshit on this, so I can't believe I don't remember. But
well, sometimes it all fuses together too. When they've had
I know it was in
episodes.
Turkey. It's like pre-Pleistocene era, so like it's like 12,000 years ago.
Jeez.
But I mean, it's interesting because the evidence would kind of, it almost like
change a lot.
Wait, because it's not hunter gatherer. This guy's had a city, like a real city. Like the place is huge.
That's crazy.
Galepi Tepe. That's what it's called. Galepi Tepe. That's what it's called in Turkey. And they're not done excavating it all, but it would lead you to believe that maybe it wasn't just hunter-gatherer tribes. Like that was like a real city, and they found seeds. So like they had agriculture.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of,
that's really cool. Actually,
it flips the script on
what people think.
I mean, it kind of, you know, who knows? Maybe what's that place? Atlantis. Maybe that was a real place, dude. It's possible.
Damn.
If there's technologies, they said like, oh, this place was super technologically advanced, but it just got swallowed up by the ocean. It's like, you know, the polar ice sheets that like covered like most of North America and all that shit. Like if a meteor shower came down and broke up all that ice, and then it washed to the sea and fucking melted, like that rise of sea level would, if you built your fucking city on the shore and you have billions of tons of ice melting and going into the ocean, it would rise the level enough to fucking pretty much put a major city off the map.
That's so
underwater.
Nuts, dude.
So it's just, it's a theory, and Graham Hancock, he's a fucking interesting, weird British guy, and he's pretty fucking out there, but he's...
You know what, though? He's doing a job, dude.
He's pretty much just like a fiction writer, but he like fills in the gaps of like what the bleeding edge of like what they're figuring out about like core samples and finding nuclear glass shards like at a certain level, which would indicate that there was like a huge type of explosion around this time period, and what could have been, what could there have been a better could there have been more technological advanced civilizations in South America than we think there was.
I think that's cool because like
the Omax really did look African compared to like every other civilization of the, you know what I mean? So like if people that were African, they allegedly on the timeline they never came across the Bering Straits, but did they have to? Could they have sailed? Like, are we just not putting the respect on the name of the civilizations from that time period?
I think he's doing a cool job because it's like, you know, history shows itself through fucking the earth, man. A lot of the times you fucking dig something up and it changes a lot.
And it's so funny because people are like, okay,
cool.
where's the stuff then? Where is it? Where's all the metal and buildings and where is it? It's like, bro, this is like 12,000 years ago. You leave a Ford outside for like 100 years and it won't even be there.
No.
Like, it'll just disappear.
It's just dust, dude.
It's just dust. Like, what do you think? Like, we're not talking about finding an old screwdriver in the dirt and being like, oh, look, a license plate. Look, oh my God. It's like, no, bro. Like, this is
Brian Laundrie's body eroded in fucking 2 months.
Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. What are we talking about? No, real talk. We were talking about the conspiracy theory about him under the rose bushes and shit.
And guess what Tim Dillon's episode was all about?
Oh yeah, of course, dude.
Brian Laundrie being alive and like him being under the ground. When he said that,
I was laughing.
It made me so happy because I was like, "Thank you, Tim. We were right the whole time." I'm like, I just feel right.
Well, they're like, we'll go look for his body, and then like in 2 hours they called. They're like,
this is where it is.
Come meet us here. And then they're like, look, these are his teeth. It's like, dude.
And he's like, do you know how easy it is to take someone's teeth out?
For $950, you can pull every tooth out in my mouth, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
A good couple molars, no one's gonna question shit,
yeah,
dude. You
like,
know?
Yeah.
I was just like, thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. I was like, that was so cool, dude. And then, okay, we didn't talk about this, but man, he made me laugh so hard about the cool mom.
Oh, the cool mom.
That was the best bit, dude, because he's like, that just sounds like a cool mom to me.
And then he started reading the details.
And he's like, well, I didn't read this whole thing.
Oh, okay, but real talk, allegedly, I think a lot of that shit, it sounds floppy to me, dude. They're like, yeah, like, she made us go fucking rape these girls that were unconscious in bed. It's like, dude, that sounds a little out of character for a cool mom. Like, you're not doing shit like that. I think those people are reaching for some, I don't know, allegedly.
I just think that it wasn't a very present mother because it came out later that she was like stealing money from her job and she got like fucked for that. She wasn't a very present mom. She had all the kids come over and drink, so it was a cool place. Like, it was just like, it was a perfect combination of shit to happen.
If people don't know what we're talking about, it's like some like Tahoe mother was like, you know, like having this like party house and like would let kid and it was kind of crazy because the kid was 15. Like not like a senior in high school. Like,
he was a young kid.
He was like a freshman or something.
Yeah.
And she moved there because
he knew some girl.
He met a girl on the internet that lived there, and she was like so committed to getting him fucking pussy that she like moved them to Tahoe.
That's a wingman, ain't
dude.
It? Oh my god,
she sounds like a fucking hero. But like honestly, no, I do know. Okay, let me tell you. I don't want to drop names because this could be pretty damning, but. When I was in high school...
You had a cool mom, dude?
No. When I was in high school, there was someone that my mom knew from, like, church back in the day. Mm-hmm. And, like, we used to, like, hang out with her kids. And she was kind of like that. Like, she would buy alcohol for parties. And then she would hang out at the party the whole time. And, like, smoke weed with the kids. And, like, she even... fucking hooked up with one guy and like had an affair and like broke up her marriage with a fucking like
that's hot. That's hot.
She's really slutty and she was pretty hot and I mean everyone was like I wish it would have been.
We said it before. Like, that's hot, dude.
She was hotter than her daughter. God, and you know who I'm. Cody dated the daughter at one point. Cody Grubbs. Cody Grubbs dated this chick's daughter at one point. And he was like 3 or 4 years older than her. She was like a baby. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
I have one.
I was like, why don't we go for the mom, bro? Like, why are we fucking...
Does the name start with the J?
Who? No, it's B. I'll just Brianna. You remember her?
She actually lived like down the street from my house.
She did.
I saw her one time. Damn, okay, it was that.
It was her mom. I'm not going to name any names. That doesn't give away anything because no one knows what I'm talking about. But
I thought you were talking about Jessica. I don't know what, because she was young at the time.
I don't know what her mom. She wasn't a cool mom. I'll tell you that. She wasn't fucking. No, good times. Good times.
The best part about that was
it's funny too because my mom's still friends with her and shit. And actually, that's who gave my mom COVID.
Holy shit. Isn't that just poetic almost?
Yeah,
It's
she's so dirty. She like fucking. My mom went to go hang out with her one time, and like, no, I'm not trying to throw shade or anything.
That's crazy though.
But she did fuck a child because she was a.
You know what, dude?
He was a victim. I hope he's out there on TikTok being like, I was molested as a. No, fuck no. That guy knew what he was doing. Dude.
Yo, yeah, dude.
He knew.
That's the fucked up part about it. You hear a lot of guys talk about their like molestations by like older women, and they're just like, I was into it. Like they're like, I like that shit. Like, there's probably ones that aren't as like pleasurable or as like, you know what I'm talking about? You can't really like brag about or something. I'm sure there's ones out there like that, but for the most part, dude, I'm like an older chick, kind of like.
I never ate this.
Showing you the fucking ropes, dude. I'm gonna warm it up on the back leg. I'll go there right now. But all I want to say was the end of that bit where he's like, when they arrested her, she was at her house with 20 kids having a party. And he goes, when they busted in.
This is the craziest.
What do you think her last words were? Kids, this is what happens when you're cool. I was like, yeah. Fuck yeah. That's exactly what happened.
It was funny. It was good.
That was so good, dude.
It was
I was
good.
like, fucking Tim, dude.
If you're not like paying attention to this guy, dude, he's good. There's a reason why he makes $200,000 a month on Patreon, bro.
No, for sure.
He's a funny ass motherfucker.
It just made me feel good because it's like making the joke like Bert Kreischer made about wiping your ass, and you know it's a clean wipe when there's blood on it. That kind of shit makes me happy because it's like I might have stolen it technically or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? But it's like people come up with the same concept all the time. So to have the same concept of a comedian I like, I'm like, fuck yeah, boy. Like, we did it, dude. Like, we knew Brian Laundrie was still alive, dude. We fucking knew it, bro. Like,
of course he was, dude. I wanted Dog to find him.
Me too. And there's still a chance.
He might, dude.
There's still a fucking chance, dude.
That would just be the funniest.
It would be the icing on the cake, dude.
It'd be the funniest thing.
It would be the most, like, I think the whole world would be happy if it happened like that. You know what I mean? Like, I think everyone could rest easy, dude. They'd be like, sleep well, Gabby. Sleep well.
Gabby Petito, dude. Remember that name. I'm gonna be fucking basketball jerseys with Gabby Petito's name on it and shit.
The Gabby Petito Timberwolves. It's like,
oh, this thing is
it's
leaking.
so hot. I'm sorry, bro.
How long did you put it in there for?
Like a minute, like a fucking idiot. Yeah, I steamed it, boys.
What are we doing here? I
It's
like
steamy.
how I'm just eating. I haven't eaten anything all day.
No. Go for it. This is what
Last
we do.
night I got wings.
This is a mukbang. This is our first mukbang video, dude.
Oh, dude. Yeah, right. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, when he just like eat it like. Ours Kit Kat tastes Kit Kat-y.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Brian Laundrie's still alive.
He's still
Here
alive.
first.
Yeah, this is the first place, dude.
What
like,
did
Because he was saying it too. He was like, "I'm the only one saying this," and I was like, "Second person saying it, dog. Like, we're fucking right there with you, bro."
I think we've called a lot of things, dude. We called a lot of things on this podcast. One day we'll have a top 10 like things that SPO called before it happened.
Dude, you know, you gotta look past the bullshit sometimes, dude. You gotta fucking see, bro. Like, you know, I'm not,
dude. Maybe the start of this next Civil War will be fucking. Maybe it'll be just a Legends of the Hidden Temple episode gone wrong, dude. It's like,
just like we're like fighting our way through, dude. You know,
maybe it'll be a Let's Go Brandon fucking.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, I
was gonna make a joke about it as soon as it happened because I was actually pretty early. I heard the night that it happened.
Oops, I just keep dropping this fucking.
I heard about it and I was like, man, it'd be funny to do like a Let's Go Brandon joke on the podcast. But then I was like, what if someone... Because like, I was like, do I really want to bring it up? Because honestly, at first I was like, it's kind of funny, but it's not... whatever. But I was like, I just didn't want it to sound like a dog whistle or something, and then everyone be like, you hear fucking politics or some shit. I'm like, dude, I'm not... Whatever.
Aliens, politics. You know, it's like... I might not be blind to Brian Laundrie being alive, but I was blind to knowing that the Hey Brandon thing was going on.
Yeah, so, Brandon didn't know. Dude,
so when Kadar hit me up, I felt bad.
On the way here, there was a... It's like mainstream now. There was a guy driving.
Megan
like,
says she has a dad who drops kids off that has a sweater.
and it's a sticker that says "Let's Go Brandon." I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
this shit is like mainstream already. People
It's
already
everywhere.
monetizing this shit.
God, I'm so stupid. I like didn't even know. Like, I'm sorry, Kadar. You like messaged me. I like didn't even know what to say back to you. I was like,
why
talk about what you think about it.
Why
I'm like,
haven't you done a "Let's Go Brandon" bit yet? Like,
sorry. Like, if it's not about Dog or Brian, I'm like not into that shit. No, I just like, I don't know. I'm just into my lane.
it's crazy because you just didn't know. And
I had no idea.
you called me about it, and you were like,
What's going on?
What's "Let's Go Brandon"? I was like, bro, you haven't heard about this shit yet? It's like so fucking. It's already old at this point. It's like I'm over a month old.
That's so crazy, dude.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's 3.5 weeks or something.
I'm out of date, boys. I don't know what the fuck's going on, dude.
I think it's kind of funny. They were doing it last night in the UFC. They were chanting "Fuck Joe Biden" and "Let's Go Brandon." Two different
Holy
times.
shit, dude.
Yeah, so
Well, there you go, dude. There you
it's
have it, dude. It's everywhere, dude. It's blowing up, dude.
yeah. I don't know. I don't really. People aren't too happy, man. And then they're just like, "Oh, the economy's great" and all that shit. And people are just like, "Nah, fuck this shit. I'm not happy."
No.
And I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it because that's why I didn't bring it up in the first place. But
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny, but it's already old in my opinion. And it's kind of surprised that people are like still. I mean, they're selling merch about it and shit. And they were like, "Oh, the song 'Let's Go Brandon' was #1." Some guy made like a janky 5-minute long like it took him 10 minutes to write this like shitty song called "Let's Go Brandon." It was #1 on iTunes for a second, or was it Spotify? It was like #1 until the new Adele song came out. Like it was #1 and shit. And like,
Isn't that trash? It's like, come on, are you kidding me?
It wasn't even a good song. But I mean,
It's not like Friday, dude.
it's interesting, man. It's interesting how popular it's gone. But it was funny when it happened because of how stupid the.
Yeah.
And to be honest, you really want to know my take on it?
Let's hear it.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not 100% sure that she was even trying to like change the narrative around what they. I have this feeling like it's completely possible, maybe 50-50, that she wasn't trying to like rewrite what was happening in the moment, because she's got an earpiece in, there's all these people chanting, she's not really paying attention.
It's like telephone. She heard something.
Yeah,
from
like
maybe.
she might have actually heard "Let's Go Brandon," because the guy who won but it's NASCAR, bro. Like, what do you expect? Of course, they're chanting some fucked up, like just party line.
They're just
fucking,
waiting for a car to spin out and blow up on fire, dude. They're
Yeah,
just like
I mean,
unruly, dude. Like,
what do we expect? Like, not surprising in my opinion. I'm not surprised. Dude.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. So they're sitting there chanting "Fuck Joe Biden," "Fuck Joe Biden," and it's so bad that the guy who won the race he's even trying to listen to what they're saying. He's like, Jesus Christ, like, what the fuck, guys? Come on, like. And then she's like, "You hear that? They're chanting 'Let's Go Brandon.'" He's sitting there like confused, and then he stops and he listens some more, and he's like, "No," and then. He doesn't. He's like, "Yeah, whatever," and like, it's awkward as fuck, bro. But honestly, I'd say there's about and people won't admit this, but there is a pretty high percentage. 50 might be generous, but there's like a maybe 33.33% chance that she was just Sometimes you
for
you
sure,
think
dude.
that someone that's what would come to your mind if someone's chanting something and it goes. Dun, 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 dun. They're like,
Yeah.
Let's go, Brandon. You know what I mean? Who knows? She had it. I mean, who knows, dude? Who knows?
I feel you.
I don't. But there's also a chance that she heard that and she was embarrassed for
This
NASCAR or
and
her
shit.
thing, and she wanted to kind of be
Diffuse the
like, or maybe she just
situation.
thought it. Maybe there's a possibility that she was like, "Oh, this is kind of fucked up. Like, I'm gonna flip the script here and kind of rewrite history by saying they're saying this," but it just kind of made it all seem stupid and
Yeah.
people started doing the "Let's Go Brandon" as like a code
It's almost
to
like,
mock the fact that that was a thing. But I don't know, man. It's like
kind of dumb.
I don't know what she said about it. I haven't heard her take. That's the one thing. She might have been like, honestly, I don't know. And you might not want to believe her, but you can't rule out that
Definitely.
that was actually what happened, because sometimes you want to hear someone say something, or you assume that that's what they're gonna say, and really you're kind of, your brain plays tricks on you, man.
Definitely.
It really does.
I believe that, dude.
brain plays tricks on you, and sometimes you hear what you want to hear. And that's my take on it. So
I think so.
I wouldn't put.
It's a good take.
I wouldn't bet my soul that bitch was a Biden supporter. She was trying to make it like she was trying to paint some weird picture. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. Either way, I thought it was pretty funny, but I didn't want to bring it on. But Kadar wanted us to talk about it.
So there you go.
This is just the Kadar fan show, or whatever. I mean, we got to talk about something else too. That he, this tastes like shit.
Sorry, bro.
No, it's not your fault. I should have ate like an hour ago. Let's see what he sent me. What else are we gonna talk about?
The katopic, dude.
The katopic, dude. He wants us to talk about. And I don't really know, because I'm not too into this type of shit. But hope you guys talk about Pokimane owning Evo this next episode.
That's who it was.
That's Jed's favorite streamer. I don't know. Okay, did he tell you that or something?
No, I saw something about Pokimane.
No. I'm just reading this for like the second time. I never put too much thought into it the first time. He donated $50 to her once. What a cuck. And he's been subscribed to her for 3 years. Not joking. Is this true, Jed? We need to have a conversation about this, like with you here. You can defend yourself, because that'd
be a good one.
I mean, who knows? Maybe Pokimane is like. I wouldn't give $50 to my fucking mom if she asked me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, get a job.
I feel so bad. I feel so bad because I have a friend that's Twitch streaming, and Jeremy's been watching him a lot, like giving him money and shit. And I'm just like, am I a bad friend? Like, I just like thought about it. I'm like, Cody does it. Like, I have so many friends that do it, and I just like I'm not on it ever. So it's never like I'm like on looking, you know. The other day I always go back and watch some replays and shit just because I'm like, oh, he had a tournament this weekend. Let me just watch it and see what's up. But I don't know. I'm just like, God damn it. I'm just a bad friend, I think, dude.
No, you're not. You're not a bad friend.
It like almost hurts my feelings when people are like, yeah, I went on and like supported my friend. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, okay.
No, that's bullshit. I'm not a bad friend. If someone called me and was like, hey, you know, go to me. I need you to go with me. We're gonna go like,
I feel
do something crazy, and like we might not make it back alive. Like, come with me, brother. I'll be like, let's do this shit. Like, but if someone's like streaming and I ain't giving you fucking money. I ain't giving you fucking money.
I appreciate the hustle though. It's like, you know, I respect it and shit, but I don't know. I couldn't like.
If you asked me for $50, if you were like, "Hey man," like
in person, I would probably give it to you.
If you like gave me, if you were like, "Hey man," like, I'm having a hard time like paying rent or something. Like, could you spare me like $100? And then I'm okay, fine. I'll pull out. And then they're like, "Well, actually, dude, I'm just gonna go to the casino and like gamble it away like a fucking dumbass." I'd probably still give you $100.
I know.
I'd be like, "Okay, that sounds kind of high. Here, fucking take your chances, dude." But if you're streaming, just like trying to like live your dream, and like the difference is like me like donating money to your thing, like I'd rather fucking go to hell than fucking give you fucking any money, dude. Get a real job, you fucking. No, I'm just talking shit. No, I don't know. That's just me, but I donated $50 to her once, and he doesn't apostrophe anything correctly. This is fucking epic. At least he capitalized Jed's name. Been subscribed to her for 3 years. Not joking. There should be a comma there. That doesn't make any sense. I'm just talking shit. What happened with her? I didn't question mark that. Oh, okay. All right. This is just. I'm out of town. I'm out of town too. I didn't spell that right. We pre-recorded some dumb shit. So. He didn't know. No one knew that we did that. This was a while back, man. When did he do the October 29th? Well, I guess it was last week. Oh, dude, what am I doing? I'm trying to see. She bought Evo. She co-owns it with Sony. Did they, though? I didn't know that. I heard something about this, but I actually don't know what's going on. Or is it just some bullshit? No, that's real. And then he sent me, let's read this.
This article or something.
We can read. I don't know. Pokimane
co-founder, dude.
Leads RTS as co-founder. The internet.
What's RTS, dude? Real-time strategy, dude?
Let's see. As co-founder and chief creative officer.
Oh.
Company sets course to fix the gaming and esports industry, chiefly around evolving in the creator business model. Oh, okay. Avoiding bad brand deals and developing sound esports strategies. Okay, let's read this. Los Angeles, October 27th, 2021. Talent management and brand consulting firm. Okay, so I guess it's a talent management firm, whatever that is. RTS officially launched today, revealing. Officially launched or announced? Launched today, revealing that content creator and entrepreneur Emain Pokimane Ains is a co-founder and will serve as chief creator officer with the goal of fixing what is broken in both talent management and brand partnerships in the gaming and esports landscape. Okay. What do you think about this? Is there
I didn't know there was that much damage.
What is broken in both talent management and what's is this an industry that we should be getting in? We should start a talent management firm, bro. I mean, look at the money involved in this.
I know, man.
I'm just talking shit.
I know.
Ains? I mean, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. I'm making a fool of myself. Best known for her Twitch streams in Fortnite, Valorant, League of Legends, and Among Us.
So none of them are fighting games. Awesome. I like that.
Has over 30... Oh. That was... I'm glad that fucking no one saw that. I just spit out a piece of chicken on my phone. Yeah, that's how COVID spreads, people.
Buffalo rollers.
Yeah, what are we doing? Yeah, no, those are funny. Recognized faces in the games industry. What? One of the most recognized faces in the games industry. Is that gaming industry? I don't know why that doesn't read out right. She is also a founding member of Offline TV. That's like yeah, Offline TV. Wait, don't you got to be online something to have TV? What is that like a okay, whatever. And online, okay, on. It's offline TV and online social entertainment
of content creators.
A Forbes 300 under 300 recipient. What is that? Forbes 300 30 under 30. Forbes 30 under 30. I don't know what any of this is. They're creator of UCI Esports
Scholarship.
Man, Kadar, you have more faith in us than
I don't even know what to think about this.
I've been trying to have.
I hope she sells bathwater at these events.
Like not even a single cohesive thought has gone through my brain after reading
she better start selling seat smells, dude. That's all I can think of, dude.
I keep seeing this is a quote in quotations. I keep seeing amazing creators that are doing wonders with their content and streams, but they don't have the support to grow their brand and business operations. They're spinning their wheels on basic stuff and taking a lot of frustrating partnership deals that don't work out for either parties involved. Wow.
This is just a bunch of fuckery to me, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to save my thoughts for the end.
Mr. Wizard's out, but this fucking girl that crushed
Can we crowdfund Mr. Wizard buying Evil back and just fucking banning everyone that even that
tried to change anything what it used to be? He's
Like how this is what I was thinking the whole time. And then Brandon is just like
I'm on the same level, dude.
We are like on an extension of wavelengths. Like we are holding hands, just going through this world, just at the same.
Oh my god!
You know, we dip down together, we come up together. I mean, this is. I was the whole time. I was like, we wouldn't have this problem if Mr. Wizard was fucking here. Like none of this shit would be happening.
Well, she is Mr. Wizard. There was this like incident where this like young streamer's like in the gaming house with her, and she's like fucking like.
Wait, what?
And they were like dating in his eyes, but in her eyes they weren't, and like it fucking mentally fucked with him.
Are you sure?
I'm dead serious. I have to like find the story.
This isn't because I've heard that with another person.
It might have been another streamer. I swear it was Pokimane. I might be trolled up, but
well, hold on. Save your thought. Let's not like. Let's not
blow right now.
Yeah,
dude.
let's not. Okay, no. All right, come on. What are we doing? Here we go.
Mukbang. Oh my gosh, dude.
Okay. Another quote from Pokemon. I've gone through the ringer with these experiences, and we're building RTS to be able to prove the support provide. God damn it, I can't read. That's like I'm just gonna go on a little tangent here. And me and Brandon probably again. I mean, we're like two peas in a pod. It sucks that I know this, but from my experience, the way you can tell if someone's like technically a kind of a bad reader is that they see the first couple letters of a word and they just guess what it's gonna be. Like, you know, I do that shit way too often.
I do that when someone's talking to me, like they're explaining something to me, and I'll try to say what they're saying to me to them, and they're like, "Well, I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say this," because I'm only listening to the first 3 words, and I'm like trying to guess what it is.
Yeah, like if someone were like describe a shitty ass reader, I'd be like, you know, like they're reading and like they kind of guess. Like they guess a lot because
they're getting tired from reading.
Well, no, like they read kind of slow, so like they to overcompensate for the fact that they're like just barely rolling along. They'll try to like jump ahead and like they'll fill in the blanks and they'll see things that they want to see because they're scared that people are noticing how slow they are.
Somehow create their own story out of a story that's been written. That's not what happened.
I'm brave because I'm reading out. This is my fear. I'm living out my fears. I'm putting this shit out in the world, dude.
Oh fuck!
I'm just talking shit. All right. Okay. We're building RTS to be able to provide the support, elevate the workload, alleviate. You see? Oh, it's like elevate. That makes it harder. Like it's a higher hill.
We're trying to make the workload even higher.
Yeah, we're gonna ring that bell. You better fucking get to stepping.
6 bells.
Okay. Come on. This is better. This is what we should do every podcast. Just try to read. I read this book in 3 hours. Okay, you guys can fucking suck my ass. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. This
Holy
is so
shit.
funny. Good shit, Kadar. You know.
Yeah, thank you, Kadar.
This is gold. All right.
He knows that we just
alleviate the workload and solve this for creators, developers, and brands. My goal is to take my years of experience and make it accessible to newer creators so they don't need to go through the process I have endured. What have you endured? This is like Jake Paul making his own like fight promotion. What are they calling it? It's like fucking, it's actually VIP. It's called VIP and it stands for like
very impressive person.
Man, it's some fucking bullshit. But VIP promotions. But he's already saying shit like this. Like this weird content creator like
bubble kind of thing.
Infatuation. Where they're like, you see it a lot where there's these two guys there's this guy in the UFC. He's a fucking idiot. I'm gonna go on a sick tangent right now.
Okay.
This guy, I can't remember his name, but he goes by the Cuban Missile Crisis. he gets on the mic and he does these like pro wrestling type like influencer like rants, and he's like, everybody in Kansas City tweet out this and that, and the people interviewing him are just like, bro, what the fuck I asked you who do you have like your eyes set on like in the horizon in the division, and you're like, everybody tweet like this. Like, he's like trying to be an influencer like on, and it's like the dumbest shit. And he was like, he won this fight and he was like, Miley Cyrus, like, will you be my Valentine, like blah blah, and then he got a response from her. She's like, yeah, sure, like, whatever, like, I'm down, like, that was cool. And he's like, well, if you want to really be my Valentine, like, retweet this. And, like, he did this, like, and then he just blew it. Like, we're like, bro, you had, like, the tip in, and you just, like,
pulled it
shit
out,
your
bro.
pants and started fapping with your, like, shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? And he fucked it all up. Wow. She's just like, what? Like,
you're like, just clout chasing? Like,
no, like, he's like,
shit.
what? You're trying to, like, do some influencer shit like on my name or something. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Everyone was like, what an idiot. He got a date with Miley Cyrus and he fucking shit the bed because he couldn't try to use it as like some.
That's the best of both worlds, right there.
His friend, I guess it gets too. I can't. This is too deep. But all I'm saying is that it seems like this lingo. I've heard this before, and it's coming from these weird. They try to be like the Jake Pauls, the influencers. The fucking Cuban Missile Crisis guy. What's that guy's fucking name? Yeah, they're like listen to this. Really, my goal is to take my years of experience and make it accessible to newer creators so they don't need to go through the process I have endured. What the fuck is she talking about? I mean, I guess I understand that, like, I'm gonna streamline this process. We're gonna skip through you having to like do fucking BetterHelp ads and like shit. We're gonna give you you're gonna go straight to promoting Razer keyboards and we'll get you hookups. And I mean, and I guess that's what she's talking about. But like,
but what does that have to do with Evo?
Well, let's see what this has to say. Ains, Pokemon. I can't. I'm not even quite sure I'm pronouncing this name right. It's spelled ANYS.
Ains.
No, I don't think that's it. That's why I'm saying it weird. Ains. I don't know. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Pokemon joins a diverse. Of course, this language. Diverse. What? How many? Is it 50-50?
Right.
If it's not majority fucking, like, not white people, I'm not going to go to Evo anymore.
Right.
I'm not going to go to Evo. If it's not 50% women and 50% like
white males, dude.
I want it segregated. I don't want people of the same race having. I want no. Okay, here we go. Diverse
the white bracket is starting now.
No, I'm serious, dude. Look, that's where we're going, bro. It's bad. They're already doing the Black National Anthem and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Holy shit!
It's scary, man. We're living in a fucking. This is bad. It's bad. Pokemon joins a diverse RTS team with deep roots in streaming, esports, gaming, led by CEO Stuart Saw, former Twitch and Endeavor. In parentheses. What the fuck am I reading, Kadar? This is the worst thing. Okay. Along with COO Kim Fan, former Blizzard and Endeavor. What is Endeavor? Google Endeavor. Tell me about it.
Okay.
VP Talent Management Sue Lee, former Twitch. What does former Twitch mean? Does that mean former Twitch employee? Former Twitch what? And VP Sales and Partnerships Jason Scorano, former PAX and Turner Sports. Man, what the fuck am I reading? Along with an advisory board which includes Kevin Lin, co-founder of former COO of Twitch. Okay, that actually makes sense. You're actually saying something with that.
An endeavor is to try hard and
Brennan, come on, no. As like it's written in the same context as like Blizzard and Twitch. Endeavor is a company of. I don't understand what I know what Endeavor means. I'm asking what it is because
he's a Twitch. It says read it right now.
No, I know
because I think what it's saying is that he's just like
former Blizzard and endeavor. But it doesn't say
former
anything.
Twitch and endeavor. So I think it's saying that.
No, there's that's here. But there's one here that says so.
Oh,
they're
okay,
acting
okay.
as if endeavor. It's capitalized. It's being used as a fucking. It's not like a verb. It's a noun. It's a person, place, or thing. So it has to be like a company. But I don't understand what it is. It must have. It has to do with like technologies and gaming or something.
Okay.
Let's cut to the chase. Along with an advisory board, which includes Kevin
Yeah,
Lin.
you're right.
What is that?
It's a group of
Holdings.
American holding company for talent and media agencies with primary offices in Beverly Hills.
California. Okay. All right. So this is all
Talent
stupid.
agency.
Another fucking Brian Corrigan, head of Americas for PUBG Corporation. Oh boy. And so there's executive vice president. Okay, so she's joining up with the fucking. This is like the Avengers. They're grouping up to take out Thanos. Okay, the team will focus on their goals of reinventing. I gotta make sure I'm reading this. Reinventing talent management for the specific business needs of gaming creators to enable them to run a stable business as well as grow their brands and create long-term staying power. They will also work to empower brands and game publishers with the support teams they need to make a substantive and sustainable impact across the gaming and esports industry. So, I'm trying to unpack this fucking word salad I've been reading. So this lady and a bunch of other people that have worked in either game developing and game management companies or whatever, talent management, I assume, they're all joining forces to create this new thing called RTS that is supposed to help gamers and people. I bet you everyone thinks we're retarded, but I'm just trying to do. This is how I view the world, dude. This is the lens of the world.
This is it. Yeah, Fedminster claims Pokemon manipulated the narrative. That's she.
Okay, so you're right. Okay, we'll say this. Let's
right.
wait before. Let's read this before we fucking start sending people to fucking sending people places. Okay, another quotation. Emaine and I began. Okay. So this chick's last name, I can't fucking read, guys. Or maybe it's her first name. Emaine and I began talking last year on how we can build RTS to reimagine the creator economy and esports in a way that focuses on the sustainability of our industry, said CEO Stuart Saw. She has such a keen eye on the business, which will be a huge asset to creators and brands who truly want to make a long-term difference. RTS works with the most iconic talent, events, and brands, including Ains herself, Epic Games, Fortnite World Cup, and Facebook. RTS also owns and manages with Sony the Evolution Championship Series. Okay. So this is the meat and potatoes. One of the most pioneering and storied events in gaming. Okay. So this is the last little. So this was just information. There's not a whole lot of. This isn't like an opinion piece or anything. This is just giving us
the background of the company.
Yeah, so RTS was founded with the goal of fixing the gaming and esports ecosystem, chiefly around evolving the creator business model, avoiding bad brand deals, and developing sound esports strategies. RTS is the convergence of talent management, brand consulting, and gaming expertise. Led by a diverse team, RTS empowers growth by helping creators, brands, events, and publishers make a long-term impact across the industry. The company works for some of the biggest talents, events, and brands, including RTS co-founder Emain, Pokimane, Ains, Epic Games, Fortnite, World Cup, blah, 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 Evo Championship Series. Okay. Man, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on this podcast. Let's see what happens. I know everyone's into this shit. I think it's stupid. I don't know why I could argue that. He knows what I think about this kind of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it'll work out. Maybe these guys will really, you know, it's like FUBU, for us, by us, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like
fuck us, by you, dude. Or, what was it? By us, fuck you. What was that? What was it on?
I don't know. I just know it's FUBU, but you know what I mean, like
Boofu, by us, fuck you. That was a stupid ass one on. God, I forget the movie. How High? Boofu. He's like, what are you wearing? He's like, Boofu. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? Maybe she's got a fucking idea. To me, it's like, yeah, she might know about gaming, but that didn't sound like she was playing any fighting games to me, bro.
No.
It's a different culture. It's a different fucking beast, bro.
You know, I didn't think about that.
A fucking Fortnite tournament compared to a Street Fighter tournament? Like, that's, I don't know, man. That sounds a little weird to me.
You know what? I wasn't even thinking like that, but you're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like...
You're right. You know, it sounds like it's something good because, it's gamers. Mm-hmm. So it might be better than
Sony. Yeah.
Because that was kind of scary.
Suit and ties.
I was like, Evo's dead.
Yeah.
You know, for a minute there, I was like, well, I mean, and look, it hasn't even, nothing's come from it. So, and then they canceled the showcase thing. I mean, you know, I don't know. It's kind of hard to make a prediction. It's easy to say, like, oh, Brian Laundrie's still alive, like, you know.
I know.
But it's kind of hard to make a prediction. Okay, so is this net good? Maybe a little better than Sony's deal. But, like, you bring up an interesting thought that it's like, okay, well, these guys are fucking gamers, but they're not fucking fighting
They're under the
players.
umbrella of fighting games, but
look at the difference between Smash and fucking FGC. I mean, like, it's like a fucking
apples and oranges, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is.
And it's, yeah. I mean,
it'll be interesting, I guess, right?
I don't know. I guess. Will it be interesting? I don't know.
Will I buy a strand of Pokimane's hair if she's selling it? I might.
Is she hot, dude?
She's just like a...
Let's let this...
She's pretty. She's just one of those, like, pretty girls. Like,
is she good? Does she fucks? Like, in games? Does she fucking...
I don't really know, because I don't really watch streams. I just watch, like, the dumb shit on YouTube where it's like, this guy got his heart broken by Pokimane because he thought he was dating her, but she was just, like, not, and, like, fucking other guys, and, like... It like ruined his whole life, and they like lived in the same house and all this shit. And I'm like, well, you know, she's a cute girl, dude.
She looks like a Disney fucking
princess, right?
She's pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can see the appeal. You know what I mean? Like, I get it.
Yeah, she's cute. Okay, well, you get points for that, I guess.
But does things...
I don't know, man. Honestly, it could be good, but I honestly wish I don't even want to say what I think. I wish fucking the FGC would just explode and we can start from scratch again. Honestly, I hope it gets so toxic that it gets abandoned.
Dude.
All the fucking just people who are like, oh, what's this? Like, oh, cool. Like, I hope it just becomes so fucking just toxic that people don't want to be associated with it, and then people can just start from scratch,
rebuild, dude.
And we can just go. It'd be like a journey. It'd be like the movie The Hobbit, but when they get there, they just get to Mr. Wizard, and we're just like, take us back.
He's like, you're home now.
He's like, I'll do it, but you gotta pay the price. And it's like, he's like, do 10 jumping, take off your clothes and do jumping jacks. I'd be like, and then
do it. We have to like do the truffle shuffle in front of them. We're just like,
I mean, it'd be better.
It would, it'd be back to what we know.
It'd be better, dude.
Something about it, dude. It's like
it might be like the hottest take of all time, and
when you're in it, dude, it's like you're talking a lot of shit, dude. You're like, this guy's being weird.
I don't have a lot in common with gamers. Like
that's true. No, I have a bunch of gamers at work that we have zero in common. The games we play are completely different. The enjoyment you get out of it is different. It's just like, I don't know. You can be from the same generation as somebody, but like the way you do things, like I like old games. I like playing old stuff. I like watching old stuff. It just brings me back to a place where I like feel happy. And sometimes some of these newer games just don't give me that, dude. I don't feel happy playing them. I don't like playing them. Like, it's fucking weird, dude. It's a weird fucking place. I don't like Call of Duty. I don't like fucking any of that shit. Like, maybe the first couple ones were cool, but, it just wasn't fun to me. It was almost toxic, dude. People say fighting games are toxic, but I've never really like...
Dude, those fucking Call of Duty lobbies, bro.
God damn, dude.
It's so bad.
It's fucking horrible, man.
I'm gonna fuck your mom.
You're like, dude.
Like, Jesus Christ.
I've had, like, good encounters with people in fighting games. I've actually had, like, friends, dude.
You gotta put yourself really out there, man. And online was so bad. At a certain point, that it was, like, not a real thing. So everyone would just go to places to play.
Yeah.
You have to seek out. It was just a totally different... It's totally different, and who knows, man? Honestly, all this, it's probably better than. So, say you're Cody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have, I don't know what their criteria is for taking you on and like trying to build you. Do you have to have so many
views or so many followers or something?
or do you just pay them to like pay to play?
Yeah. It could be
the whole thing is that the flaw I see. Right? The big flaw I see with this type of business that people don't tend to understand is that you can only watch one person at a time.
That's true.
So, you gotta like, the harder you promote one other person, you're taking viewers away from another person.
Definitely.
And how many people are actually, I know the numbers are growing, but there's probably enough money to make it viable, but these guys, I mean, their intentions, I want to make it possible for them to not have to they don't have to learn what I learned. I'm going to just streamline it so they can just rush to because that's what I want more people to be. It's like, now you want to take a fucking cut. Mm-hmm. You want in on their cut. Mm-hmm. And if you can fucking get them under your little RTS thing and you can take
just their passive income, dog.
I think the further away we can get from the whole money aspect of all this shit, I think that's where the poison is.
Yeah.
It's like the greed.
Yeah.
That's the bad part about it. And
you saw it first at that restaurant, at the fucking Italian restaurant, dog. What happened to that?
Guys were like talking about killing their aunt to take her
money, bro.
It's like, she doesn't have any family. The only reason we're not beneficiaries is she's still alive. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. You know what I mean? It's like,
yep.
I mean, who knows? Maybe she did him fucking dirty, but it's still a fucked up way to view the world. And
yeah,
this whole like, gaming,
sustainability.
I'm telling you, man, it's not the right way, dude. It's not the right way to look at it. And
the only thing sustainable is the good times, dude. Let's get back to that, dude.
And it might already be gone, man.
Yeah.
It might be
sustainable,
unobtainable at this point. It might be impossible to
have fun again.
Maybe. I mean, who knows?
We just try to play on
those moments, dude. Those cool fucking events, like, they just haven't happened. I want to do something. I'm so bored. I want to just have another one of those cool
nights.
No, like an event. Like, I want to do an event or something. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about just doing like a fucking other invitational. Just like sending off like fucking Willy Wonka
Golden
fucking
tickets,
like
dude.
invitations, being like, you've been chosen, like a Mortal Kombat fucking letter, dude. Just like no entry fee, just show up, fucking $500 on the line, like one night tournament, like just for fun, dude.
That'd be sick, dude.
Just for fun.
I mean, we were playing on the little fucking chibi setup here before we started this.
Brandon
shit,
has
dude.
this like switch with like fucking a little stick. It's like the
It's a little Hori stick. It's for the Switch Lite. It was originally like $80, but I found it on eBay for $40. So I was like, "Fuck it, dude. Let's roll the dice and see how cool this thing is."
It's a little stick. It's like this big.
It's
It's cool though.
It gets you through the day, dude. Like,
It has a really old Namco button layout where it's like going up and to the right the whole time. I like those. I like that button layout. It's like the old school.
that's sick though.
Old school. But I swear you could like redo it too. Like if those parts go out, you could like pull some shit and mod the fucking piss out of it and just make it work.
Fucking make it cool, bro.
It'd be sick. But I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I don't know what the fuck are you talking about, Kadar? What do you think about this? It's stupid. This chick's kind of hot. And
There's a lot of mouth and butt things that she does. So.
yeah. I mean, good for her.
Look at the thickness, dude.
So what was the story about the guy saying
He just lived in a house with her, and it's the typical thing that ever happened. It happened to me a bunch as a kid. You like a girl, she might like you at first. You guys are like hanging out frequently. You start thinking more of it than she does, and then she's like, you're already out. But they were living in the same house still, and every once in a while she'd come through and like give him a ray of hope, and then she'd fucking crush him again. And he just went through so much like mental abuse that he like it fucked his life up, and he had to like leave the house, and like he was just complaining that like she was just like a fake person and like wasn't like ever real with him and like all this shit. I'm like,
that's the story?
yeah, it was just like it just sucked because like
That's life, dude. Fucking
it is life, but it's like
Jesus Christ, lick your wounds and fucking get on with it.
I feel like he felt like it was an intentional thing, like she was like intentionally like messing with him and shit.
A woman being like an emotional vampire, like
Yeah,
oh my
dude,
god,
sucking you dry, dude.
I can't
Yeah,
believe
it's like,
it. When has this ever
know?
happened? Ever? Like, give me a fucking break.
I know. Well, it's just sad because it's being like streamlined through fucking Twitch now. I'm like, you just get to see this guy take a fucking L and shit, and you're like, this poor bastard.
He's
dude.
fucking
Like,
stupid.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking stupid, but that's just all I know of her. And I'm like, what's different than Mr. Wizard lying to these guys saying he's gonna fucking like, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean,
You're just
you want to know
hiring
my
Mr. Wizard
opinion?
again.
You want to
dude.
know my
Like,
opinion? I would do anything, like literally fucking anything to just get it back to the old Wizard days, dude.
Right?
I mean, Evo was better off with Wizard at the helm, bro.
It was though.
Shut up.
It kind of was, dude.
We can act like it's not true about. The evidence is clear.
Yeah, it is, dude.
I'm so glad you had some candy here, bro.
I got you, bro.
I didn't get to fuck with any candy on Halloween.
I got you, bro. Trick or treat.
Not a
dog.
single piece, bro.
That's unfortunate too,
This
dude.
shit was good. Usually I steal from my little nephews and nieces and shit.
Got
I
you,
just
bro.
fucking grab their sack, dude.
Just fucking dig, dude.
Let me see, just take it.
Oh,
Bitch, like, learn this lesson. Never come around here with fucking candy.
Yeah, that was the
Wait,
last
what?
time you'll come with a bag of candy, dude. That's so good.
Yeah.
Well, Kadar, I hope those answers fed your soul because that like crushed mine a little bit.
Yeah.
That last part one, it like almost changed everything, dude. Like,
I mean,
I
I really put myself out there trying to read that shit.
Yeah. You're brave, dude. You're a brave man. Dude.
True bravery is. I mean, no, I'm not brave.
The Hooked on Phonics segment, dude. Fucking pass me that phone. I'll try to read, dude. I was like, it's the most embarrassing thing. That is one of my like. When you graduate high school, guys, it's hard to read something every once in a while.
I tried my best.
I do too.
I think I rang a bell somewhere. I heard a bell ring.
Ding. So badass. Dude.
Sandy Wexler at the other side. He's like, who the fuck did that? He's all like, I don't know who did it. Right?
He's like so prideful about it too. He's like, you tell him I did it, dude. He's like, that was my thing.
Oh my god, it's so funny. But Yeah, man. Honestly, it might be better than Sony, but I'm not. It's that fucking weird influencer speak, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get Miley Cyrus to go on a date with you, and then you're like, you gotta retweet this thing, like blah blah blah. It's like, bro, you ain't trying to fuck, man.
Yeah.
You're just a bitch.
Hashtag best of both worlds, dude.
This guy's a fucking idiot. Dude. If anyone saw that, I know there's some MMA fans.
Chilled out and took it slow, and then you rock out the fucking show.
She's like, yeah, I'll go on a date with you. And he's just like, I mean, that's what these people do. Yeah. That's what they do. They're trying to just... The whole influencer thing, man. It's like, I gotta get my weird little thing in there. Like, whatever I'm trying to peddle. Like, it's all bullshit. I hate it. I hate the way the world is fucking coming out, man. It's like, it's... I don't hate it, but I don't like it. I think it's not gonna produce good fruit. You know what I mean?
No, not at all.
I don't know how else to say it. It's just like... I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope.
12 years from now, we'll see. 15 years, dude.
I think the more esports it gets, the worse it is.
Yeah.
I wish like we could buy back our souls. I wish the FGC could just like...
Where's Team Pup and Suds, dude? We need one Team Pup and Suds, dude.
It's a hard pill to swallow, man. But like, it's just we're not cut from that same cloth. Like, and there's some people in the FGC that are trying to do that, but it's not the majority of people. I think the majority of people don't really... I can't speak for anyone else. I guess I shouldn't say the majority, but I'm just speaking for myself and maybe Jason, because we had a pretty long conversation about it. But like,
yeah,
I don't like the direction the fucking it's going, man. I really don't. I think it'd be better off if Mr. Wizard was like still trying to get dick pics for fucking shit and shit.
You know,
sounds fucking weird, but I'd do it. I'd take one for the team.
I would too, bro.
To just go through a fucking time machine and like stop it. The event that they're like, you gotta buy a fucking shirt. Just like if I could just fucking
go back in time and convince Mr. Wizard just to cool it a little bit so it doesn't like get out of control. Like, yeah, they cancel them. It's like, just relax a little, dude.
It's like this is not... I was gonna say something fucked up, but I'm not gonna say that. Should I? Can I?
Just feed them.
You know, it's like the struggling mom, like just barely surviving, and then like she gets in this relationship with this just fucking creep, and like he's gonna go in and like fiddle the children if she doesn't just like put out every single day. Like if I could just be that
kid that gets fiddled.
No. If I could be the mom that just gets like handled like unwillingly every night, like it's just to keep horribly, just to keep the monster from
bay, dude. Yeah. Keep his cravings low. He's like,
you know what I mean? It's like, because as soon as you're like, oh no, then you never know, dude. Like you gotta sleep with one eye open. You know this fucking. Dude. I mean, this shit. I mean, I'm sure there are people like
all around, dude,
crying right now because they're like getting triggered. Like that was me, but. That's the world.
It is.
And it will fucking smack you around, man. And I could handle it. I could handle it. I could fucking handle it, man. So come on, Mr. Wizard. You're gonna come on.
We're making a calf OnlyFans for you, dude.
I'll
sell you some calf pics, dude.
I'll live in the fucking nude, dude. Like I'll jumping jack fucking 1,000 a day, dude.
I told Megan that I wanted to do a calf OnlyFans, but she like wasn't into it at all. I was like
just like flexing. You got some fucking.
Just always flexing them. Or like for Halloween, I was gonna paint like a pumpkin on it, and just put like flex it and like Happy Halloween or like trick or treat, like something stupid, or like a New Year's, paint the ball on my calf and have it flexed. And then when the ball drops, just unflex it so it drops a little bit. I was like, that'd be kind of funny. Like, wouldn't that be kind of cool a little bit? Like, it'd be fucking creative, dude. Are we talking about content and being creative, dude? Like some calf porn, dude. I think that could be pretty good.
Dude, the world is so fucking. It's just going down, but I respect that. I respect it.
The calf puzzle.
That's like the only thing that can bring us out, dude. No, man. I was watching the UFC last night. I'm like. just watching there was a lot of like I don't know how this is controversial. There was like in the 2 title fights, like they were tweeting, like they tweet it like after the end of the round, like people tweet their scores. Like these people were tweeting scores out. 30-27 Weili Zhang over Rose and going into the 4th round. I'm like, what? How could you possibly think? MMA fans that are out there, I'm sure you watched the fucking pay-per-view last night, but like, how could you possibly think that Rose is losing 3-0 going? It's like, what are you? There's like I don't know what people see. Everyone sees something different. That's the thing. Yeah. That's the takeaway.
That's true.
It's like some people see things, and I hate to break it to you, but that's not a good point. Wherever the fuck you're standing watching that shit, you need to fucking move, because you're missing the forest for the trees with that shit. Because like, I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. Maybe they're just like half retarded or something. But like, dude, Rose fucked her up in that fight. Like, just. If you're whiffing punches, I know I'm just totally changing the topic, but like if you're whiffing punches at the rate that Weili was throwing from a range where if she had a fucking crutch in her hand, she couldn't even hit her. And like, in my opinion, if you're doing shit like that, like you should be losing points. Like,
yeah,
you're just like, dude, what the fuck? You're embarrassing yourself right now. She was so nervous those first couple rounds. Like, she might have stole the 2nd round with that, or 3rd with that takedown or whatever, but 30, I mean, just people are just, they're fucking crazy. The world is going, and it's like, what? When did you be? Now, I've been a fan for so long through literally like different eras of judging. Like back whenever a 10-8 was like 6 times damage. Like that was legitimately what they told people. It's like, what's a 10-8 round? It's the person does 6 times as much damage as the other person. That's a 10-8. Now in the modern era of fucking the 10-point must system, like that's not what a 10-8 round is. It's like you have to do way less than that to get a 10-8 round. Get one knockdown, it's a 10-8 round. You know, just get a pretty dominant position and do a significant amount of damage. Like it's a 10-8 round. It's not like this crazy Herculean of a fucking effort to just you practically have to kill someone to get a 10-8 round. You know what I mean? It's like, and you see things and you get a good eye for shit, and I don't know what people are watching, and it's just like, it's crazy, and I don't know what world we're living in, but like people are just getting the weirdest takes on shit, and they're seeing shit from the wackiest fucking angle. I'm like, what are you watching?
Because
what the fuck are you guys watching? I think everybody. It's not even just like, it's not. That's just like a metaphor for what I mean. Like the whole world has gone fucking crazy, where they're like, and they're just looking. What do you?
Well, they want to have the next hottest take, right? They want to say something and then it be proved right, and then they'd be like, oh, I was the one that said it, dude.
Or I don't know. I just don't know. I literally think people are looking through the world through like another
set of eyes, dude.
I don't know. And I mean, my mom was even watching the fights with me last night, and she's like, who won that? And I was like, that guy won. She's like, what? I thought the other guy won. And I'm like, no. Like, what? Like, is my mom tweeting fucking UFC scores? Like, on the I was like, dude, what? Like, she doesn't know jack shit, and she would have been like, yeah, Weili's up 3-0 right now. I'd be like, you know, it's like, damn, dude, like, we're letting these tweets fucking come through. Is there anyone screening the fucking tweets popping up on the fucking pay-per-view? Can we get someone with like like what even appears to be like a fucking possible scorecard? Like, Jesus Christ, it was like 3 in a row, 30-27 Weili. I'm like, dude, she barely won one round.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
And she stole it. She was losing the whole fucking time. In the last second, she got a takedown and got to mount. Like, that's the only reason you could even gift her that round. And it's just like everything, not just fucking, I mean, anything, everything. It's all just madness. It's like, what are you looking at? Like, I'm not what I'm seeing. Everyone sees this. They're not.
Kind of like the movie Free Willy, dude. Yeah. Everyone thought it was this happy movie, dude, but we all know what happens to people that fall in love with things. We all like, it was a horror. It was a horror movie. I was scared for my fucking life when I saw that shit, dude. We all saw what Tillicum did to that fucking guy, dude. Like, fucking, you know, they're just trying to fit their own fucking narrative, dog. Like,
they're trying to spin it, dude. Well, you know what? This is the no spin zone. It was 49, 46 fucking rows all day, son.
That's the last thing, though. Seriously. that we did as an American people, dude. We came together and saved this fucking whale's life, dude. Just think about how amazing that is, dude. Do you think that shit will happen today? Like, fuck no, dude. That would never, ever happen again, dude. We got this fucking whale taken out of a fucking tank in Mexico and put into fucking Iceland where the fucking water was so cold he got pneumonia and died, bro. That's how fucking strong we were as a people, dude. We murdered this whale, dude. It was fucking glorious, dude.
This is the fucking greatest. This is the best episode of all time. I don't even know what we're talking about. We were going all
Shout outs to Keiko, dude. Fucking rest in peace, dude.
We used to murder whales as a country together, united.
United we stood. We told these people, we said, release this whale, and they're like, he will die. Like, he's used to the water accumulation here. Like, we can't put him in Iceland. We're like, put him in Iceland.
He got rejected by the herd and just
like,
died like a fucking.
It was crazy too. No, seriously, he would swim up with like whales that lived there, and they were like fucking like nah,
beat your feet.
Yeah, and he'd swim back to the fucking tank, and like they did like a net where he lived and shit, and he'd always come back, and they just have to hand feed him, dude. He eventually got to a point where he was hunting little things, but you can't fucking steal someone's life away. It's like someone going to prison.
It's being institutionalized.
It's institutionalized to the max, bro. And as a group of people, we fucking killed this whale, dude. And you know, it was impressive, dude. Like, never again in history will that shit ever happen, dude.
I mean, we're one controversial episode of Legends of the Hidden Temple away from the Civil War. One episode away from Civil War. You heard it here, Fred. This will be the fucking...
You must climb to the shrine of the Silver Monkey to reach the segregated fucking water fountain. Yeah, it's like,
oh my god.
Oh, man,
yeah, I know. I mean... I don't know why it's so funny.
I
was
know
one of the
either.
only... No, honestly, I was like... When I was on the vacation, I was like, I'm going to write down notes. Like, I was like, I'm going to write down notes about... funny bits to come back and have the greatest episode of the podcast, and I literally did it for like 1 second, and I'll show you what my thing said. All word for word. This is what, dude. These Pokemon fucking pictures. I'm trying to like back out of it, and like my phone's just like, are you sure you don't want to fucking? You don't want to?
You don't want to open up the next one?
You see those little. It's not even what I ended up going with. It's not even what my bit about Legends is. But I saw that guy, and this is what I put down: November 1st, 2021. Because of trans movement, they brought back Legends of the Hidden Temple. That is like the fucking. And somehow I worked that into.
Well, the first episode was right.
It's the beginning of the Civil War.
Did you watch the first
No.
episode?
I was thinking that like it's the culture war. They're like, how are we gonna fight back against all this fucking crazy? That's like, let's bring back Legends of the Hidden Temple because Gen Wires will not stand for them changing the fucking colors of the animals or whatever, because that's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, it was so fucking stupid. In my head, I'm fucked up in the brain.
I know.
I can't think of anything other than fucking something funny.
Well, I love how you wrote that, and then my whole bit was like Legends of the Hidden Temple with like Rosa Parks and shit. Like, seriously, like that's where my brain went, because the
So
first
funny.
episode they have, and I'm not even 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it was 2 trans women. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. And
Why you gotta say it like that, dude?
because you just never know anymore. You never know. You can't ever just say that. You know what I mean? I had a general idea, but that's where my head went. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, it's changed." Like, I was like, "This isn't Legends of the Hidden Temple that we knew." Like, I was like, "This is something different."
Well, it's not children, right? It's like older people.
Yeah, it's adult and shit. So I mean, it makes sense to why it is the way it is, but it just made me laugh a little bit, dude. I was just like,
you heard it here first, dude.
Yeah, dude.
The Civil War will start because of Legends of the Hidden Temple. There'll be some controversy.
One day, the Iraq fucking blue barracudas will fight the American red jaguars, and we'll all just fucking.
Oh why it's so funny to me. It has something to do with, I don't know. It's like the one, I was like, this whole trip, I'm going to come up with these little fucking, I was going to like think of the quotes at the Italian restaurant, but I just remembered them.
That's the way to do it.
But that night we had a lot better material. I guess it kind of slipped away from me a little bit. But we were joking about it the whole, I mean, it was funny.
It's hard too because it is like telephone. Because at first you start it and it's something, and then you do it a week later and it's like something different. You know what I mean? Like you're like, fuck, was that the same way I did it the first time? It's a difficult thing, dude.
Yeah, there's like magic for a second. Whenever something funny pops in your head, it's like gold, and it's like
just, recreating it is impossible.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, tell me about it.
It's like, it's funny. My humor to me is only good in the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really.
I have this knack for someone saying something. It
depletes like rapidly.
Yeah, it starts just losing its luster a little bit, and you're like, you try to polish it so much, and it almost like
you can get away with more shit like right when something funny happens to you.
Exactly.
Because you can say something like a little more, you know, like even like you'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But like, if in the moment you strike it when it's hot, you can get away with it.
Oh yeah.
But trying to hit it when it's cold, man, like you might just shatter that fucking piece of steel, dude. You never know, dude.
It's very true.
You never know. Well,
what do you say, dude?
This is the fucking worst. This is our last episode. I mean, what
it started off solid, dude.
It started out solid, and then fucking Kadar ruined it again. Fucking. You think we know how to read, dude? Yeah. You think we're like willing to do homework before we get here to have? I didn't
even graduate high school.
I didn't even know who Pokimane was, dude. This is like the 4th book I've written from fucking front to back, dude. It's like fucking The Outsiders. Tuck Everlasting, fucking The Things We Carried, and fucking Ninja Gaiden, fucking book created by FX9. I don't even know what the fuck that means. What is that? A novel based on the best-selling Nintendo game by Tecmo.
Ooh.
Tecmo, they need to buy fucking Evo.
Right?
Be like, we're gonna make this shit hard.
We're gonna make it back like fucking Ninja
You gotta be able to
dude.
do Abel's trials in under 15 minutes to be able to
get
in the door.
Fuck yeah.
Brandon was like popping out.
I was so hyped because Chris inspired me, dude. Daywalker's a beast. He's like, I'm trying to do every trial on Street Fighter 4 for every character. And I was like, that's kind of fucking cool, actually. And I was like, well, I've never even done Abel's trials. Like, let me see if I can do this. And within half of an episode of one of Megan's fucking shows, it was like maybe 11, 12 minutes, dude. I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, call me, time me, bitch. I was like, what I fucking get? I was like freaking out and shit. I was like, so hyped, dude. I think it's cool, though. Like, sometimes you don't realize you're like, you're not good, but like, to breeze through those trials, like, I tried Ryu's trials. I wasn't breezing through those at all, dude. I was like, holy shit, man. Like, I think one trial took me 30 minutes to do. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Just different timing, bro.
I swear, I have like sneaky good execution. I could pull those off. I don't know. If I haven't tried it, though, it might be kind of hard.
Chris was telling me there was a trial that was hard for him, and it's hard for me too. Anything going from crouching to standing is weird for me. I don't know why it is. You start crouching and then you do something standing, and then I don't know why. It's just hard for me to do that.
It's like counterproductive.
Yeah. I don't know. I just have weird, whenever it's like a fucking crouch to
counterintuitive,
not I just like fucking lose it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like I play charged characters so much that sometimes like not charging shit like trips me out. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Going from crouching to standing, it's like, why would I lose my charge? Like, I wouldn't do that. I would never do that. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
I know. It's kind of, I mean, I think it's good to get out of that. All I do is play charged characters, because that's really how you get better, as you start trying to play
everybody, dude.
Different characters.
That's why
even picking up a new game. Even picking up a new game and just like, what is this? And eventually you kind of, oh, this shirt's already fucking, I gotta throw this shit out, dude. It's already stained like 10 times. I got like fucking buffalo chicken stick fucking grease on it and shit. It's bad. I was like spitting so much out. Well,
hell yeah, dude.
Other than that, man, I don't know. We had a good time on our trip. It was cool.
I started a new position at work. I started spraying primers finally. And that's been
And then I gotta go on vacation again too.
I know.
So
we'll figure it out. I was thinking about maybe having a guest on, and maybe me and the guest do something, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe
send in your fucking resume.
Yeah, guys, who wants to?
Don't have it be like aspiring fucking streamer because we're not gonna give you any fucking. You don't get any fucking airtime here. I don't have anything to sell anybody. Okay?
No.
Retweet fucking RSI. What was that dumbass? RTS.
I only know that because I thought it was real time strategy for some reason. I was like,
Yeah, you just said that.
dude.
I mean, that's probably why they named it that. Who knows? It's
League of Legends, yeah, like
what a
makes sense.
fucking.
And shit.
I mean, now you said, but those are gamers. They're not fighting games. But it's like, damn, you're right. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Sony makes games. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
if you had a
exactly.
grim fucking view of the future, you know, if you can fucking close your eyes and envision fucking, you know that scene in Terminator 2 whenever fucking Laura, oh no, what's her name? Fucking Sarah Connor's dreaming and the kids are playing on the playground and fucking all of a sudden this like nuclear blast goes off and all the kids just like turn into dust and she's at the cage and she's like and then her face like melts off and her fucking, it's like the end of the world. It's like,
it's a premonition, dude.
if you don't see that every day, you close your eyes. When you think about the future,
no fate and That's the hardest shit, dog. I'm so glad you said that.
we're just going the same way.
Synchronized swimming, boys.
Yeah,
Fucking,
I mean,
not a mom, not a fucking mother.
I hope I don't get fucking. I hope people can still look me in the eyes after that weird like molestation bit and like
You're just a hero. Is all it is.
No, I'm just saying what everyone is thinking. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what you guys are thinking. You guys probably think Pokemon's gonna save the FGC. You're probably fucking as stupid as fucking. You guys probably think you can stop the fucking John Connor from getting killed, dude. Like, you're just creating another timeline. Like, there's no fucking stopping it, dude. No, I mean, like, what are we doing here? The only way we can, you don't go back in time to save John Connor. You got to go back in time to like uncancel Mr. Wizard.
It's like the only way, dude. Like, just set a deal with them. Be like,
Terminator Salvation is like.
I will send you 3 bathroom pictures a fucking week, dude. Just cool it a little bit.
Imagine if you're like,
just reel it in a little bit, man.
we're like sitting outside of a tournament. This has got to end the fucking bit, dude. We gotta. Okay, go. Imagine you're sitting outside of a tournament. In the year 2022, it's like the first tournament back, and then all of a sudden, like a phone booth, like turns into a ball of electricity, and then fucking, and all of a sudden, there's like a naked person standing in a ball of lightning, and they stand up, and it's just Mr. Wizard, and we're like. He's like, I've come back in time to this fucking moment, and then he just starts fucking stealing people's leather jackets. And like,
Gets on that bike.
It's just fucking T, the beginning of T2. Later, boys. Later. We're gay.